उड़ा मैं नींद से, देखा जो सपना वो सच था। घर पे एक कुत्ता है, गाड़ी 2-4 दोस्त और एक स्टूडियो मस्त था। बस अभी तो लगा पैसों का है चस्का, सब कुछ लगे अपने बस का। म्यूजिक में नशा मैं झूमता ही रहता, पता मुझे करूँ क्या इस कश का। मेरा शहर मेरा घर मेरा दिल यही, मेरे दोस्तों से सही कोई महफिल नहीं। मैं बाहर जाता घूमने पर मन रहता घर पे, यहाँ हफ्ते से ज्यादा घर पाता कहीं चिल नहीं फील नहीं। इस हवे में गम है खुशी, इस हवे में जोश सब कर लूंगा खुद ही। ऊपर से साथ मेरा क्रू, सब कुछ है सॉर्ट की वफक बार हूँ। ज्यादा कमाने का शौक बचाने का कम, उतना ही खाते हम जितना हजम। माँ बाप के चेहरे में दिखती जो खुशी है, लगा नहीं सकता कोई उस पे रकम। खुद पे नाज भी है, कुछ हमसे नाराज भी है। वक्त ना रोक सके हम तो किसी ना किसी का छूटना लाजमी है। भूख तो आज भी है, बस बदल गया थोड़ा मेन्यू। पार्टी तो आज भी है, बस बदल गए थोड़े वेन्यूज। बिजनेस तो आज भी वही, बस बदल गया है रेवेन्यू। सेकंड हैंड गाड़ी का शौक, पर बाकी सारी चीजें लेते हम ब्रांड न्यू। नए सपने नए मौके नया दिन, चल पड़े हम करने चेंज अपना सीन। हो इंसान तो बदलते रहेंगे शौक, तो करते रहने फरा हसल till I'm gone, नए सपने नए मौके नया दिन, चल पड़े हम करने चेंज अपना सीन। हो इंसान तो बदलते रहेंगे शौक, तो करते रहने फरा हसल। करना मुझे जो मेरा दिल करे, वही मेरा बिल भरे। मेरे साथ लोग भी कहानी मेरी फील करे, मेरे हर खर्चे की रात से ही फीस भरे। परिवार मेरे अपने शौक की हर चीज करे। पैसा जरूरी है, खुशी मिलती जब भी क्लियर होते चेक्स। बोलते वो मोर मनी मोर प्रॉब्लम्स, ऐसी ही दिक्कत लगे मुझे बेस्ट। मौत का इंतजार नहीं, मेरा स्वर्ग यही शुरुआत मेरा अंत यही। गाने अमर उन्हें पता फर्क नहीं, चलने वालों का बनाना नर्क यही। माफ कर देते पर भूलते नहीं, खाली जेब में भी कूलते भाई। एवन तो स्कूल से भाई, बच्चे वसूल के नहीं। दोस्त तो आज भी वही, बस बदल गया है एड्रेस। हसल तो आज भी वही, बस कम हो गया है स्ट्रेस। कोसते खुद को कम, अब जिंदगी लगती है ब्लेस्ड। इंटरनेशनल काम पर केसरी always gonna be on my chest। नए सपने नए मौके नया दिन, चल पड़े हम करने चेंज अपना सीन। हो इंसान तो बदलते रहेंगे शौक, तो करते रहने फरा हसल till I'm gone, 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 till I'm gone.
What is up? Welcome दोस्तों to another watch party live stream. It's the day 2 of playoffs and we are just one win away. Just one win away, baby. We are just one win away from Masters London. Yes, sir. This is the day. माँ कसम, पेपर एक्स के सामने चौथी बार इस साल में, चौथी बार भाई। अगर ये मास्टर्स क्वालिफिकेशन, मैं आज उठते के साथ दोस्तों, आज उठते के साथ मेरे 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 में सबसे पहला थॉट क्या आया होता है कि यार अगर आज गलती से भी हम क्वालिफाई हो गए मास्टर्स के लिए, तो भाई हम Cloud9 से पहले इंटरनेशनल पे होंगे। Bro, holy shit, Chad. Welcome, bro. Who's weak? Klurge by Paper X winning. मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा, मैं बिल्कुल भी नहीं बोल रहा कि पेपर एक्स को हरा सकते हैं, बट मेरे को उस तरीके से डिल्यूजनल रहना पसंद है, क्योंकि जीत 3 बार खेल चुकी है उनके अगेंस्ट, 3 बार खेल चुकी है। तो भाई अगर कोई चांसेस थे जाने के लिए और किसी से जीतने के लिए, तो वो यही टीम है, समझ रहे हो? पेपर एक्स अच्छी टीम है, नो डाउट, दे आर डीमंस। अभी समथिंग का अलग ही फॉर्म चालू हो गया है, समथिंग पागल हो गया है, समथिंग कुछ भी मार रहा है। समथिंग का लास्ट 2 गेम से ना कुछ भी शॉट लगने चालू हो गए हैं, वो बस फ्रैग पे फ्रैग निकाल रहा है। बट अभी उसको अगर रोकने का है तो एक बार हरा चुके हैं, एक मैप एकदम ज़्यादा उन लोग को ये करा था, डिप्रेशन में डाला था। तो बस आज भी वैसा ही कुछ करना होगा भाई, क्योंकि जेनजी हरा दिए इन लोग को यार, और जेनजी तो क्वालिफाई भी नहीं हुई। समझ रहे हो? नाइट मार्केट में क्या आया?
the Russian
नाइट मार्केट
Russian
में
players between Jemkin and Crystal yesterday. And,
Instagram story पे
you
देखो
guys
जाके।
rate as the better
Instagram
Russian
story पे देखो मैंने नाइट
player.
मार्केट से लिया है
The
कुछ
better Russian player?
Something has a claim to be best in the world, and countries
मैंने
irrelevant
लिया
of
नाइट
that,
मार्केट से
so
कुछ
it's hard to pick.
भाई सब कब चालू होगा ये मैच 10 मिनट है 10 मिनट है
First,
South
winning in
Federation।
playoff yesterday against RRQ.
जितना मुश्किल है आज मजाक नहीं मेरे पिकअप में पेपर एक्स विनर है बट जी को सपोर्ट है लेट्स गो मेरे भाई यार पिकअप्स तो मैंने कर ही नहीं पाए यार चैट
But you would argue that, you know, now they've
Pick'ems
played
तो
a
मेरे
lot more
चालू ही
games,
नहीं
there's
हो
been a
पाया
lot more cumulative learning, a lot more
Chat भी नहीं आ रही
experience
screen
there.
पे।
Is it enough to get that win across the line today?
Yeah, I think you look at the
क्या
org
हो रहा है
history
यार?
and this team specifically against Paper X, Frost's history against Alex. There's a lot of pretty bad records there for
Yes.
GE that go against them. But I'm a firm believer actually in, observed it many times in esports that you can only lose against the same team for so long until
For sure.
finally something clicks. And I think GE,
मुझे मॉडल
you've
से
seen
ascendant
this roster
बना
come
गया
together,
wow
a
that's a good new
cumulative,
enough I guess
effort over
Only
time
Phantom
of
for
building
1100
around
worth
different
100%.
players. It started with Yutatan Crystal and they've just
Gaya's
picked up
like
more and more good
38%
players.
wow
You
bro
see
congratulations
PRX versus
you
GE
nerf neon nerf
hasn't
फिर
gone
Phoenix
well
का
for
भी nerf आ
GE.
जाएगा
Every single
next
time
tournament
they
में
played
instead of
it so
making
far
able to do
this
this
year, and
back
the last matchup in
Buffing
particular
Shadowlands
was
and
a bit of a
Neon
stoppage, but I
nerf
have to
by the
say,
way
especially
bhai
this kickoff
it's really simple bhai they're making space for the next duelist that's it अभी तुमने आइसो पिक होते हुए नहीं देखा है कहीं पे तुमने ज्यादा रेस नहीं देखा है ज्यादा जेट नहीं चल रहा है समथिंग ही जेट खेल रहा है अकेला बस
I think in kickoff these games really close, but the group
बस,
stage game for sure
ठीक है,
going Paper X
नया meta shift।
in dominant fashion. The question for me today comes down to
प्राइम क्लासिक आया ले लूं क्या ले ले मेरे भाई
hurdle. Do they
इंस्टेंट
come into
कॉप
this match
एक ही क्लासिक के राइट
ahead
क्लिक
because they
चिपकते
just
हैं
can't win against this squad, or do they think now is our time? That to me is going to be the most important factor as to who comes out on top today.
Well, the benefit is that somehow these
ओए आज
teams have
असेंट के लिए
faced off
दोस्तों
3
कल अगर आप
times
लोगों ने
in 1
EMEA
year,
नहीं
and I
देखा
think when
है
you're facing that
कल अगर आप लोगों ने EMEA नहीं देखा तो आप लोगों ने ना एक बहुत बड़ी चीज मिस कर दी पता है क्यों क्योंकि कल जो EMEA में गेम्स हुए हैं चैट जो गेम्स हुए हैं चैट मजाक से हटके भाई कल EMEA क्या बैंगर दिन था कल जो बैंगर दिन था EMEA में पहला गेम और दूसरा गेम भी भाई साहब वाइटैलिटी ने जो मारा है वही रुको इसके लिए बोलना
the
था
water, winning it against RRQ.
Yeah, I particularly their attacking
That was
side
the-
really impressed me. I thought Harvey's calling was phenomenal, and I think their attacking sides in general have been very good on the side of GE. It's something that's really impressing me about them. Not only do they have a well-rounded
Sayonara,
team
my
across
God,
the
my
board
God.
of players that can all
Not
play
your
different
God.
roles and kind of
my.
all pitch in at times, but
कुछ
I'm
खाने
getting
का
more
लेकर
and
आता
more
हूँ।
impressed
आज
with
तो
Harvey's
banger दिन
attack
है।
side calling as these
अबे ओ,
as
कब
this
कब
event
कर रहा है
goes on,
stream पे
and I
भर दूं
think
तेरे
it could
को?
be key today to be trying to take on PRX.
I think it is especially impressive in this meta.
भाई chat,
so many
Vitality
teams are
qualify
relying
हो
on
रही है
double
international
duelist
के
and
लिए।
calling a double duelist attack side.
ये
is really
Vitality
quite simple
Masters
a lot of
London
the
में
time.
मचाने
We see a
वाली
lot
है।
of teams doing a lot of 4-1 big
Full
heavy
भरोसा,
groups,
full
heavy
भरोसा।
execs. Global are straying away from that. They're playing a much more sort of refined style, you would say, in initiator, information driven, and I think Javi is doing a fantastic job to manage all of that.
Yeah,
clear then?
Frost has been
Bro,
giving
FNC
lots
versus
of compliments to
Vitality
Javi
है
since the
यार।
very beginning of
Shot आज
this
तो क्या
year,
बैंगर
and
दिन
you
है
can
आज
see it
पैसिफिक
really
में
come
क्या है
to
इसके
fruition,
बाद
especially now that we have
पैसिफिक
a
शायद
little
मैं
bit
ना
of
देख
insight
पाऊँ
into-
क्योंकि हर्ष भाई के भाई की शादी है तो मेरे को आज शॉपिंग पे जाना है तो इसीलिए अब कल भी नहीं हूँ मैं फिर कल शायद दोपहर में रहूँ और परसों तो बिल्कुल नहीं हूँ ऑफ कोर्स
Patman international events, but
दोपहर
something
में
that we're
कुछ
talking
करूँ
about is that
ओए आज
Harvey's
T1
a
फुल
player
सेंस
that's
भी है
been
बे ये
almost
भी
in
बैंगर
tier one
गेम
so many
ओए आज हम
times,
लोग
and
को
he's
दो
got a lot
मास्टर्स
of
क्वालिफिकेशन के
experience in tier one,
टीम मिल
tier
जाएंगे
two,
आज
even Crystal,
ये
for
क्वालिफाई होगा
example,
मास्टर्स के
having
लिए
played at
इनमें से
Ascension,
एक
Harvey
क्वालिफाई
having
होगा
played at
मास्टर्स के
Ascension.
लिए
These
वाओ
players
ब्रो
have got some of that big game experience even if it's not in tier one, so it doesn't feel like this
मुझे
is
डर
his
लग रहा है
first
फनाटिक
time
के
in
लिए
playoffs. He's
भाई
been
ये
around
भी
the
हो
block at
सकता
this
है
point,
कि
and I think
आज
he's
रात
definitely
के
showing
गेम
that
में
in the server.
ओए
Yeah,
आज
he has
क्रू
been, and
इजी भी है
again,
नई वाली
all
इजी
the coaches, his teammates have been giving a lot of
FUT
credit
ये
for it.
फनाटिक
But that
वाइटैलिटी
as well, I
ब्रो
think it's worth pointing
चैट
out Patman's
आज पूरा
experience
stacked
on
दिन
this
है
squad and his
Stacked.
mid-round calling.
Two
And
EMEA की meeting है,
oftentimes,
yep.
they have discussed like who is
Three teams
who's
each
doing
season,
the
yep.
calling during those moments.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have a lot of voices
अरे
sometimes.
stream
Sometimes
करे
it
अरे
can
उनके
be a
भाई की
little
शादी है यार
conflicting
दोस्तों
if they overcall each
तो
other.
वो आया तो आया ऐसा है
Ross
आज
said yesterday, right?
Breeze,
the full
Lotus,
version of that quote
Ascent.
is, You know, Javi's idea
Ascent.
is great. He knows what's
Ascent.
happening. People just have to stop over.
Bhai
calling
yaar,
it.
Paper X
So
Ascent
we'll
क्यों ban
see how
करी?
that works out today. We do have the
Ball.
map veto coming through here, and I want to see what's going on with Ascent. Paper X get away with second banning it there.
I mean, they do. It's interesting that they played Veto Chicken and that GE didn't take a punt on that. They
ठीक
must
है.
be feeling very confident.
good
in
on
their
Breeze.
'cause PRX have been
We good on
stomping
Breeze.
Breeze. It was kind of the question mark in the map pool for me, but they've stomped both
Paper
of their
X
games on Breeze
too
so
good on
far. So
Liquid,
I want
bhai.
to see what GE
Liquid
is
बोल
going to
रहा
be
हूँ,
prepping
Lotus.
because we have seen their defensive side
And then
starts
ball
against
bhai.
both Nongshim as well as RRQ yesterday.
bhai.
Their defense was phenomenal against
इनका आवाज
Nongshim.
कम करो,
Actually,
तुम्हारा
it was
कम आ
their
रहा है.
attack that won
अरे
them the
यार,
game,
कभी
really,
किसी
for
की
me,
आवाज
up
कम
against
करो,
RRQ
कभी किसी की
driving
आवाज
back
ज्यादा
in that
करो.
second
मैं
half
चिल्ला
when
दूं
they
तो
got the
किसी की कम हो गई.
defensive-sided start. PRX picking Lotus,
जो हारेगा वो
even though
बाहर है,
they
नहीं,
did
नहीं.
lose it to Gen G. That's the only kind of X on
GG
their
map
record
pick
in that regard.
के
That
हिसाब
was
से
the
तो मेरे को
something
थोड़ा सा
Neon game where he
diabolical
went
scene
like
लग रहा है
3 and
दोस्तों.
16 or something like that. He's
Yeah.
not going to be
Map
doing that
pick
again,
तो
trust me
थोड़ा
guys. And
सा-
then Pearl is the third map decider. We've actually already seen that between these two teams. It was an 8-4 defensive half for GE, and then they went 0-9 on attack to lose. So
There has been the comp swap though.
there has been the comp swap. They did swap to double duelist, so that's a little bit of a
Valiant
different
Hero
look.
OP आई
Yeah,
है,
so
ले
when
लो.
we started
ले लो अगर
Hero
तुम्हें
Breeze,
पसंद है
I
तो.
have to say, I love
मैंने
the
Iron
Global
Vandal लिया,
pick
by the
this
way,
because I
chat.
love the composition
अमेरिकाज़
that
कब से
they're
आज
bringing.
रात को है.
Speaking from personal experience, trying to figure out in teams, everyone
अमेरिकाज़
in
में
Pacific
मतलब
has
group
had to do
stages ही
this.
चल रहे हैं.
How do you beat
हमारे यहाँ
Paper Rex?
playoffs चालू
You
होके
have to
खत्म हो
find a
जाएंगे.
way to
अमेरिकाज़
slow
इतना
them
late
down.
क्यों चालू
Even
हुआ?
back
I
in
have
the day,
no idea,
2024,
bro.
I remember putting my guys on stage, saying you have to get the slows in the way. You need to be able to fight them where you have those advantages. And I think Frost thinks the same thing. I think he's pretty confident that this composition with a
G
lot of
can
stopping
Breeze.
power will
G
be
का
able
अच्छा
to
map है
slow down
Breeze.
what Paper Rex want to
Paper
bring.
X का अच्छा
They're
map है
gonna play
Lotus,
attack first, so
and
we've
then
seen
we are
Paper
on
X
Pearl.
make their intentions very
Pearl
clear
पे last
time
time
and time
13-8
again.
हुआ
They
था.
fight for the mains, they're going for
Yes.
those elbow walks, so I think
G
at this
कैसे
point,
qualify
you
करेगी?
do know what to
G कैसे
expect.
क्वालिफाई करेगी? मतलब G अगर आज जीत गई पेपर एक्स के अगेंस्ट तो क्वालिफाई हो जाएगी लंदन के लिए. और क्या बोलते हैं, फिर अगर आज गलती से भी हार गई G, तो G को करना पड़ेगा लोअर ब्रैकेट रन. और लोअर ब्रैकेट रन में G को कितने मैचेस जीतने पड़ेंगे पता है? फिर अगर आज हार जाते हैं तो आज की दिक्कत बता रहा हूँ हम लोगों को. हम यहाँ आ जाएंगे. अबे फिर अबे यार ये क्या बात हो गई. यहाँ पे हम यहाँ आ जाएंगे, RRQ DFM के विनर से खेलेंगे, वो मैच जीत गए, यहाँ आ जाएंगे. ओए चैट, तो यहाँ मतलब मोस्ट प्रोबेबली यहाँ पे फुल सेंस या KRX रहेगी. ओ मतलब फुल सेंस वर्सेस G फॉर द क्वालिफिकेशन भी हो सकता है अगर आज हारे तो. फिर लोअर फाइनल में जाना पड़ेगा बस, और कुछ नहीं. आज जीते तो इंस्टेंट क्वालिफाई, आज जीते तो टेंशन ही नहीं.
Stronger.
Yes.
But Breeze is one of those maps where I think that's not necessarily true. And also to your point with Paper X pushing out of defense really aggressively, Breeze is an interesting first map pick.
I think for me, I want to see
पॉल
what
दोनों का
Paper
अच्छा
Rex
है.
are gonna
हाँ
come
हमारा
up
भी
with
पॉल
on the
कल
defender
देखा
side,
हमने
because
भाई.
There we go. That's much better. Thank
Ball
you,
है,
production.
अपन
I'm
मचाते
going
हैं.
global today. For me, this
Predictions?
pregame, I think a lot of it will come down to
हाँ,
we
दो
saw
लोग ही बोल
G
रहे हैं, G
yesterday
जीतेंगे.
contacting to take a lot of space
Okay,
on their
bro.
attacker
Qualified
side.
blending
I want to see
missile.
something on that operator. I think he's going to have a lot of pressure there to put a stop to that contacting. So how well he is doing, for me, will say how well our Paper Rex do.
And we have predictions, of course, with you picking
Normal
Global
today we
Esports.
are काश आ
But
जाते यार, आज
both
मजा आ जाता.
Achilleos, our
आज बहुत बड़ा
lowest
दिन है.
predictor and our highest predictor,
Oh, 30
Quack,
seconds,
have both
chat.
picked Paper Rex.
Yeah.
So, the winners and losers, everyone's picking Paper X. Why have you picked Global Esports?
Look,
Besides
I know
liking the stage.
I know they're the underdogs. I know they're the underdogs heading into today, but their win yesterday, I think they had so much
कितने
more
teams London
composure than
qualify
I was
होगी? Top
expecting.
3.
They closed out close games.
Top 3
I think
मतलब
they've
दो
shown
upper
a lot
final
of
की
growth.
teams
Now's the time
और
for
एक
them to
लोअर फाइनल में जो
Okay.
पहुंचेगी लोअर ब्रैकेट जीत के.
Okay.
See.
I hope you're right for the non-believers to and the
जी का रखो
naysayers
पेपर
to be
एक्स.
sat
भाई
down.
देखो अभी तक हम लोग ने बहुत सरप्राइजेस देखे हैं चैट. आज भी हो सकता है.
The Masters London spot.
Be ready for anything. Anything. आज जीते तो इंस्टेंट लंदन बेबी. कॉम देखना है भाई यार. ब्रीज में तो अपन वही जो सेज कॉम चल रहा है वही चलाएंगे, देखना. G, वाओ. अगर जीते तो लंदन. यस सर. बताओ क्लच भाई क्या करूं? क्या बताऊं आपको मैं? थोड़ा स्ट्रीम वॉल्यूम बढ़ जाता देखना मेरे दोस्त बढ़ा दिया सिर्फ तेरे लिए ओए Yep.
Today's matchup. Jing. Patman.
Today's the day you don't want to miss. We're going to find out who's going to the Pacific Finals in Vietnam, but also who's punching their ticket to Masters London. Now, while this is Global Esports' first playoffs run, Patman is no stranger to internationals. Very much thanks to his former team, Paper X.
I love that these two guys are the ones who come out first. They've been the spearhead
Yeah,
of both
because-
of their teams, fighting
something
to
नहीं चलना
all
चाहिए,
the
हाँ
way
ना
through
बे।
the playoffs to get to
आज
the
समथिंग चला तो
Yeah, they've
बीटी
been the
होगा
big two performers. I mean,
Something
Jing
क्या
is the
पहन के आया
global
उस पर
ACS
depend
leader
करेगा।
for a reason, and Patman has been actually the best player in the server for
नहीं,
2
नहीं,
out of the
नहीं,
3
नहीं,
matchups
नहीं,
between
आप
these two
गिरा देते
teams.
तो-
And of course, we got Crystal and Forsaken.
Arey,
We were talking to his brother a little bit earlier, and Forsaken,
ओए,
you know,
Forsaken
one of
तो
the
देखो कैसे
global,
आया है।
the world's
Chill
favorite
है आज
Flex
एकदम, हाँ?
players. It's really hard
आज एकदम
to
chill
be
आया
going up
Forsaken।
against a player like this.
हाँ,
It's
अरे-
Masters.
He's a Pacific MVP. You know, he's all right. He
He's
plays a couple of
fine.
agents. You know, he knows what he's doing. Crystal actually, I thought he had quite a good day yesterday. I was
Yes.
Hi,
enjoying
Crystal,
watching
bye.
him play the Sentinel. The Killjoy in particular had a couple of very big multi-frags, and really he's been one of the longest standing
Booster,
members
huh?
of this roster at this point. He's been around there with Uditan. Those two
Dawai.
have been really holding him down.
And speaking
Harvey
of
8K.
long-standing members of VCT in general, it's got to be Divide. Woo, they all got sunglasses on and maybe
They-
ओए
give
ये
us
क्या
the
ट्रिप
$2
आउट
for
करके आए हैं
Yeah, look, I think Devi has been on
Bro,
Paper X
chat.
longer than I've been alive. That's how much of a legacy this man is.
ये
For
क्या
this
trip
squad,
करके
he's
आए हैं
been
भाई
there,
ये
done
लोग?
that. On the other side, Javi, we've been hyping this guy up so much, man. He's one of the best
Teरे
rookie
नाम
IGLs I think we've ever seen. The way he's coordinating this team, and it's not an easy environment to do it in. They're changing comps. There's a lot of pressure on his shoulders, but he's rising to the occasion.
Yeah, I totally agree. And there's so many different comps and switch ups that he has to navigate his way through. Here are the two duelist players. Something is the guy that
Udotan.
hooks GE every single time. Every single time he plays Frost, he just dominates. And Udotan on the other side of things, very,
Paper X
very
तो 100%
serviceable
अबे ये भी
in that
देखो।
duelist role. He puts up
Oh
pretty
my
good
God,
numbers. He's just
bro.
been criminally underrated for such a long time. And I can see why GE has built around him. He just puts up good numbers.
ये
And it's
लोग
crazy
क्या है
that in
भाई?
the initial GE roster, he wasn't even supposed to be the duelist. He just had to play it because somebody
तुम भी
couldn't get a
पहनो
beat.
हाँ नहीं नहीं अपने टीम में
Highly
किसी ने नहीं पहना है
underrated player. So I'm really glad to see Udotan thriving with this new roster, with the new coaching
अबे
staff
something
here
तो
at
अंधा लग
Global
रहा है।
Esports. Of course, this is one of your hot takes when we started. The very start of the stage was Global Esports making it to
हाँ, अभी
playoffs.
इन्वी देखते हैं।
Envy,
मेरे को लगता है इन्वी नहीं
not a
पहनेगा, इन्वी नहीं
rookie,
पहनेगा।
But his first year with
Oh, bro,
Paper
Autumn
Rex
Mogs Envy।
has also had
हाँ,
a
ये देखो।
fantastic
हाँ?
roster showing with this team.
हो गया भाई
It's been a
stop
long
the
time
6-7.
going for Envy. You know, he was on that Team Secret roster
Autumn
for a long
Mogs
time.
Envy.
They had some success and then a long period of that downtime. Now he's
भाई
playing
ये
with the
तीन
big
लोग
dogs.
अलग
He
आए,
wants
हाँ?
to get back to those
तीन लोग full
internationals. On
sunglasses
the other
डाल के
side,
आए हैं।
Autumn, it's a similar story. He wants to get back. He's done it before through the CN region, and we know that this man is good enough. The sole Australian representative here in Pacific. He's got the weight of a whole subcontinent on his shoulders.
आज full
it's,
game है
you
बेचारा।
know, no small pressure to be holding up. Honestly, it's a pretty big landmass at the end of the day. But Autumn, when he's on his day, is
अरे दोस्त,
definitely a
Masters
difference maker.
qualification,
I think that
Masters.
he's the kind of player that puts GE
Masters
over the
London
top,
के लिए।
especially if you put an off in his hands. And here we go, Alex versus
Yep.
Frost. I
Alex
mean,
versus-
this has
चुम्मी
been
ले
a
लो,
matchup we've
चुम्मी
seen
ले लो,
so
चुम्मी
many
ले लो।
times. Honestly, it's surprising
अब तो
that
ले लेनी
Frost is
चाहिए।
still so like friendly with Alex,
Yeah.
considering he's just been beat down so
And
many times in a row.
I feel like this is some of the only time we ever get to see Alex smile. He feels so good about this matchup every single time.
Alex को तो
We've
चाहिए
heard
था
him
ना
say
ये
they
वाला
want a
match।
G. They want a
उसको
G
खेलना था
in
G
that
के
RRQ
But
game.
he's taking it seriously. We all know that Alex pulls out that blue hoodie when it's
Yeah, that's-
serious, when it's game time. That's the lucky blue hoodie from
I think
2023.
something was wearing it in the last matchup because I saw him in
He
the
was wearing
hoodie.
a white
He shot
hoodie.
like he shot like
Full
40
white
shots.
chara.
Get them all.
Match.
Just they're all
Management.
the lucky hoodies there,
Good
but I
enough
like
that that's
something
making me
sunglasses
stressed.
there. It's like the Miranda Priestley look. I'm a little bit sad, by the way, that we aren't getting Ascent in today's matchup. You know, Global left it open last time.
Well, the thing is, they played veto chicken with it,
Yeah.
right? And it was left down in towards that last map. That's very Frost for me. Honestly, as a team like PRX that's so confident in the whole map pool, I'm surprised they even left it in the veto. Honestly,
Yeah, I was seeing it first time.
as PRX, I would say to myself, I just want the least randomness possible. We could
What do you mean
these
by
guys
veto map?
every
Veto
time
map
we
matlab
play
jo
them.
map wo
Let's
log
just not
ban
let
kiye
Ascent
hain.
go in the veto. And any other map, play me on any other map, I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah, I think today the
और
onus is
अभी ये लोग
really
जो
on
veto की बात कर रहे हैं, वो
GE
veto
to rewrite
agent
that
है.
script. This is a matchup that has got the better of them so many times. Even this year alone, they are 0-3. I think
Frost main
right
character
now is the
energy देता
best
है.
we've seen them look. They're playing playoff
भाई हाँ,
Valorant,
कुछ
and
भी
that
बोलो
win
यार.
against RRQ was
Pacific
huge
में
for
ऐसा
their
लगता है
momentum,
Frost
and
पप्पा
a
है.
win today would send
Frost
them
पप्पा है.
all the way to Masters London.
Well, the thing
All
is,
right,
Frost,
bro.
like you
We're
said, the
starting
teams
with
know each other pretty well.
Breeze.
They still seem pretty chummy.
Yep.
They scrim a lot together. They played against each other, their teams, even his former team on talent. That's why
Yep.
we talk about this record of like 0-8, I think now.
Something क्या
that
खेल रहे हैं?
Alex
Jet.
has
Jet
beaten
Neon
him.
खेल रहे हैं
But the
लोग. अच्छा,
point
ये
is,
Jet Neon ही खेलते हैं.
Frost
Forsaken
does
Neon
have
खेलता
a
है
lot
ना.
of answers. But he
Forsaken
gets so
Neon खेलता है ये
frustrated
map पे.
because sometimes when you're on the server,
यार,
you're
last
going
time Paper
live,
X
there's a lot
बहुत
of
अच्छा
pressure,
खेली
you
थी
forget
Breeze.
a lot of the ideas that you initially went in with. But after
Last Breeze
3
जो था उनको
times
बहुत
facing
ही
off,
अच्छा खेले
today
थे Paper
surely
X.
the day that they can make it come to
अपना भी अच्छा था, अपना भी अच्छा
Yeah,
था.
I mean, we're getting
कल
the
autumn
same
on
comps
था,
for
बस
both
ये
of
चाहिए
these
आज
teams.
भी.
So what I want to see from
आज भी
Paper
ये
X on
चाहिए
this
chat.
defensive side, they've
दोनों टीम का map win
haven't
100%
seemed
है.
like they had any answers for how Paper X plays on the defense. It's A main control, B main
Oh, तो
fights,
kick-off में
walking
हारे
down
थे ना
elbow,
Paper X
things
वाले.
like that. I want to see
Stage
GE
one में
have an
100%
answer for that. And conversely,
Retakes
GE
slow
had
थे
a good
अपने.
attacking side yesterday
but
against
clean retakes
RRQ
थे.
because RRQ often let them get into the post plants and get comfortable on the site. You do not want to retake
कल-
into Sage.
but
I want
कल
Paper X to
retake
be
बहुत अच्छे
aggressive,
थे
but
भाई.
not in a
मजाक
predictable
से
way.
हटके.
Yeah, it has to be well-managed aggression, but if there's one team in the world that's very, very good at that, it's Paper X. I think this map one is going to be pivotal for how this series will shake up.
Well, surely Global Esports watch that KRX match against
Oh, yeah.
Paper X and
And
kind of
Breeze
know
For sure.
what the game plan is on defense. We're going to send it over to our casters. We got Quack and hello,
1.8
Elfish Guy.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Victoria. I hope you're having a great day. Quack, I hope you're having a great day as
Fantastic.
well. Listen, there's one thing I wanted to pick up from the desk there, and it was the conversation around Davai and how long he's been playing in this Paper X roster. By the way, he's been playing in this Paper X roster since before they were called Paper X, right? Like, this is a team that has been, at least as far as the lineage is concerned, a very, very long-standing core. Alex and Davai have been playing together for 7 years now. It's actually just
7
over
years?
that 7-year mark to go all
Baap re.
the way back in their history. And so that's the team that you're going up
आज
against
casters
as
change
GE
नहीं किए
today.
यार.
That's a lot of experience on that lineup.
Neon
So
allowed है,
much
इनके भी
chemistry
neon
built
रहता
up all over the years, so
Bro,
much
Achilles और
experience,
paper thin
so
रहने
much,
चाहिए थे
well, I
आज.
guess, you know, the main topic of the day would be
कल इतनी
composure
गाली
as
खाएंगे
well,
caster
just
लोग.
because Paper
फिर
X
भी
know
इनको ही बैठा
they
दिया.
are that team. They've made it to the top. G, on the other hand, they have the skills. We saw it yesterday. How's it going to look like today?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? It's
Big
GE's
game.
first time in playoffs, and they had such a strong win yesterday, like you say,
autumn चल
against
जाए, please, आज
RRQ.
autumn
But
चल
now
जाए, autumn
they're
कल
out of the
जैसा
frying
चला
pan,
था
they're
वैसा ही
into the
चलते
fire.
रहे.
They're up against Paper X, a Paper X that is looking for their fourth
बस ये
straight
चाहिए.
appearance
सबका
at an
नसीब हो
international
chat.
tournament. And of course, all of
Full
those
नसीब
before
वो
that
Breeze
point
तो
as
निकल
well.
गया
They
फिर.
are the top dogs
Bro, we
in
are
the
attacking
region
first.
potentially, and maybe
इनको
even
दिखाई
in
नहीं
the
मिला.
world. We'll get into that conversation a little bit later as we head into the pistol round. It is day 2 of Paper X versus GE, the playoffs of VCT Pacific stage.
The winner of this match will secure their spot in
yeah.
Ho Chi Minh City
Let's get straight
and
into it.
Masters
Global
London.
Esports on the attacking side, as you can see on your screen. They had a pretty strong one up against RQ yesterday, but Paper X 10-2 against KRX's attack. That's a really strong defense starting off, and you can definitely tell it's a lot to do with Something and Forsaken playing into the roster right now, but it's a 1-4 split.
Forsaken अकेला भी खेल रहा है.
Forsaken's alone on the B site.
Yeah. Already a little bit of
Paper
presence
X के
shown there
पास
by
ये क्या
Forsaken.
read है कि वो
Just
लोग
having
ये
a
आएंगे?
peek outside of B.
4 लोग
I
हैं
want to
stack.
really keep a keen eye on this attacking side from GE. We heard that mentioned as well on the
Team
desk. They were
थोड़ा सा
very
चालू
good,
करी है.
very solid on the attack. I think they can start well here today. That will be a real catalyst for their success. Forsaken will try to slow them down.
Shot
He'll be
Batman!
deleted by Patman,
खाली है, side
who
खाली
was,
है.
again, such a key factor yesterday and throughout this season for GE.
Gotta love that he's the guy to do it.
बैटमैन
He's
एक
played
और
for
मारेगा
Paper X,
राउंड
of
अपना
course, but now holding the off angle.
There's going to be some re-aggression here from Paper X. They want to take a risk. They know they need to do something.
Oh,
They'll
nice,
walk right
nice.
into Patman, who gets himself another
जिनको भी लो
perfect
किया
start to this map
Dude.
for GE.
Both Davai and Jing got,
आराम से
I think they took
दोनों
shots
को
to
लो
the
किया
chest, so now they're half HP
saw
away.
you
It's
return.
easy shots for GE just to finish off the round.
nice one baby good round
Couple of taps
good
on
round
through.
team
Nothing too substantial from Paper X thus far. It's a slow start for them. Yudatan looking for the double, and he'll get it. Ends up being
nice
the
one
triple for the round as
baby
a whole. GE off to a good start with the pistol under their belt.
हाँ
Definitely
भाई
gonna
ये
be
फट रही
a
है
big
बे
confidence boost. I mean, this is
शॉट दिया था
definitely
फॉरसेकन
games
को
to me.
बहुत
You're
प्यारा
talking
ओपनिंग
about global
ये देखो
esports and how they've
ओहो
prepped coming into this week. There's no way they don't come
बैटमैन
into
वो
this thinking
दोनों
they
को
will be
कोलैड
playing
भरा
against Paper X.
छाती में
100%
कोलैड
they're
पड़ा
going
था
in with that
नाइस
very
शॉट
play in mind, and instantly can already tell Pat setting himself up towards
कितना
middle.
हिल रहे हैं दोनों
The whole team avoiding the entirety of A side.
Read wrong
The
हुआ,
lurk
हाँ ना।
coming in even.
पेपर एक्स पता नहीं
This
क्या
team is
देखी है
looking
जी
to
के
play.
बारे में जो वो लोग को लग
Now
रहा था
they've
कि
got
वो
the
लोग
guns to do it with. Meanwhile,
Look at
Paper
us
X
read it.
stacked on the wrong side once more. It's just a pistol though, of course.
Have to appreciate the start for GE though, you know, coming into a matchup like this one, I think there'll definitely be some nerves. They will feel good after the result that they had
अभी लोग
yesterday
4 भी
against
है
RRQ, but Paper X, like I said,
हर
is a
जगह
bit of a
4-4
beast,
खेल रहे हो
kind of
जी
like
ए
going
जा
from
रही
the
है
frying pan into the fire. And so to be able to start well,
आज
comfortably
लग
in
रहा
the
है बीबी
pistol round,
बढ़ेगा
you know, it's just, it kind of starts your campaign in this game a little bit earlier than if you're fighting from behind, and I think that's got to be a good feeling for them.
ऑटम के लिए सब वन शॉट है
Of course, that obviously does mean that you still need to get through this round.
Very careful approach from Global. They've taken
Davai
the
के पास-
orb, so
Davai
people
भी
are somewhat
Marshall
aware
लिया
of
है।
that, but they're not seeing anything elsewhere. Thinking about setting up a counter recon and be holding on to it, but Global are
something is
approaching
1
A
HP
site
और के अंदर
carefully.
टाइमिंग
Davai.
टाइमिंग दोस्त
Might be the key factor in this round.
oh they're
That
planting
wall,
A
just keeping things honest over towards B, but A plan has gone down.
shot
Davai with
over
the
this.
headshot onto Patman though.
वॉकअप कर
I'm
वॉकअप
staying
कर
close
जिंग बी
by.
में
Should have some
आराम
good
से
shots
दोस्त।
because his opponents are shieldless. Otherwise, it comes down to Yudotan and Gang
दिखाओ
on A
Autumn
site
को।
to try to hold close
वो
by.
लोग ऑटम को क्लियर कर
He's
रहे हैं
already trying
मेरे
to
पे
creep his way out onto A here. I don't know if Autumn's necessarily going to
shot.
come into play. He does catch Forsaken on that rotate.
Nice
In the end,
shot.
spoken too soon. Two players walk into him. I thought they might just bypass him and try and
shot,
go for the
Davai.
retake. Anyway, Harvey for the
Clean
double.
collat.
The collat onto Envy.
No charges left.
We'll take it. GE
If you
with
must
3 guns through
then
from that
fall
last
you
round.
need.
Not too
No
shabby.
charges left.
भाई 2 किल निकाला यार
Lovely
स्टिल
to
दवाई
see. We'll
Still
put an
दो kill
asterisk on the
निकाला।
Marshall. That's going to be a bit of a misnomer going into the next one, but at least still a gun to work off of. Meanwhile, Paper X should be starting to get a read for how Global might want to approach these rounds. I mean, the calling between the two teams definitely a big factor coming into this matchup. So far, it's been Paper X running circles around Global Esports in both orgs' histories. But today, I have a feeling it's going to be a
Alright,
different
buy round
start
for Paper
things
X.
off with some utility while Paper X peeks down middle.
I mean, this is the round where Paper X really want to turn the tables a little bit, isn't it? They've obviously got their reinvestment, or their investment, as it were.
वो बी खाली है
There's one
पेपर
for the
एक्स
map
हेवी
for the
स्टैक्ड
series,
खेल रही है यार
And immediately having a bit of impact is Davai.
वो
B
हावी का
side
एक
is open
पेल्ट
though
है
for GE. They'll start to waltz their way in.
सीटी से खेल रहे हैं देखो
Gonna spot them out on that pixel line. Set up with the drone for the
3 लोग
retake.
फ्लैंक कर रहे हैं शॉट
Lurkers dealt with as well.
Two
Just
more,
the
two
side
more.
remaining.
फाइट फ्लैंक गाइस फाइट फ्लैंक वी विन
Bit of an
Even
aggressive play
flank
here from
fight.
GE.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
half mind it, but Davai's all over it
Oh,
apparently.
nice, dono flank,
Yudotan's gonna have to
Yudotan.
clutch this down in the 1v4.
Mega
He's
round
picked up a
already.
couple. TP forward. Was
reload
awkward
those.
timing almost for Jing. Doesn't quite get punished for it. Reload required now for Yudotan, but he is under so much pressure that I don't know that he's going to be able to get it. Has to
अबे
try
यार
and tap away.
गोली रेती मार दिया
To
था
put him down. It is Paper X's first round on the
दोस्त।
board.
4
Neither
गोली
team
लेके
getting off
स्विंग
to
किया समथिंग को
a
3
flyer of a
कनेक्ट
start,
किया
both involved early.
Yeah, at least guns removed away from Paper X as well, so it could be
NT
difficult for
NT
Paper X to keep
chat.
the momentum going.
Good
but
bonus,
nonetheless,
good
pretty
bonus.
recovery still. I mean, big
Davai
damage
तीन
found,
मारा,
and it's
हाँ?
a lot to do with Davai and his sharp shooting. Apart from that, just recognizing how PaperX wants to dissect the map.
Wow.
You take away Patman, you take away more players away from the site, and that's less problems to deal with. Makes the entire retake a little bit more easy to deal with. You know that Pat tends to be that lurker, and that's exactly how PaperX wants to approach a defense. So more mid peaks, this time in towards elbow.
Oh, dual elbow.
Nice
shot,
gets
Octom!
the better of Envy. That paranoia, of course, will push him away, but it's too little too late to do anything about it for PaperX.
This is that calling from GE. We saw it just a bit yesterday. RQ starting to slow things down. That's how Crazy Guy loves to call. Frost kind of talked about it in some interviews. And instantly, Javi is making the rotation, the switch up. They slow things down themselves, wait for PaperX to peek out, get the punish in, and decide to hit and slam the A side.
The triple wall.
They're waiting for retake. They're waiting for retake.
Yutan
Judge है 4 second के पास.
With that fast lane, gets them into A pretty comfortably. Spike yet to go down. PaperX is still kind of floating around. Maybe try something prior to that spike getting properly confirmed. Eventually, right in the face of Forsaken. He's not going anywhere right now.
Good slow orb as well, bro.
Straight through as well to slow him down, and there's just no entry allowed into the A side at the moment for PaperX. Overdrive Yutan happy to take that fight forward, but so too.
Nice! Let's go, Javi! Let's go, bro!
GE.
What a start!
At the moment, 3-1 the score.
Super tough retake, and that's exactly what Pilly was talking about on the desk as well, just mentioning the fact that
round by round,
them to get comfortable in the post plants. They're going to be able to set up, and set up they did. Look at Javi, the timing on the Sage Wall initially, but they effectively set up this line of scrimmage which forces PaperX to take those duels after the fact, and that's where GE has a lot of
Me and Javi are so good.
The full spray down from Javi
Timeout
awards him that 3K.
Yeah.
And he's still sitting on those ultimates as well.
He's not very happy after that last round, as you can see. Straight in, early timeout going to be called. And a conversation to be had about how things are playing out at the moment on the defense for PaperX. In a little bit of an awkward spot economically as well. So round 5 here, it shouldn't really amount to a whole lot for them. They do have the pit to work with, but none of those really big impact ultis, no blades.
भाई अगर जी बड़ा लीड ले ली ना तो मजा आ जाएगा यार पर ये बड़ा लीड
more so
कुछ नहीं बोल सकता यार PaperX के सामने PaperX के सामने कुछ भी नहीं बोल सकते यार.
You can already tell GE have a pretty good mind coming into this with how they want to continue to change and adopt things around how PaperX might play. PaperX, it tends to be this really, kind of loose, effective, mobile, aggressive style, but without a clear understanding of how GE wants to play in mind, you could just be running into traps again and again. So
subscribe karo if you are new.
How GE wants to operate around.
Right, eco round for PaperX. बस G एक भी को throw ना करे.
Just to see how GE approaches
एक भी को G बस throw ना करे. अच्छी lead रहेगी.
Split once again.
A bit more of a mid approach, of course, from
Forsaken still अकेला ही control ले रहा था अभी पे.
Creeping their way forward, Javi and Patman. Two to maybe keep an eye on in this round with the way things have been going. Forsaken and something immediate answers out with the pistols.
Two double door.
2 for 2, that's not too bad as far as PaperX is concerned, and this is starting to get a little bit awkward. Shotgun through will grab another. That is going to pull the res out of Javi. We go back to 3 double door, but this is definitely a little more awkward for GE than they would like. However, they've now got some space out on A. And that is going to allow them to start to pressure the plan. Jing gets one on the cross, no more. It's on to Dabai. He has got a rifle in hand with 16 shots available. This is very winnable. GE go quiet.
आराम से दोस्तों.
They've got time to try to beat out a peak. They have the spike to work off of.
Dark's not going to spot Davai. So he will get out on the line. Oh, he thought he had the kill. I'm sure he thought he had it there, but Crystal survives. And he's killed as well by Javi. So, nice! Davai is getting nothing so far. GE holding strong on the site. They've crossed back as well. Davai has no idea about. Surely it's over. Davai can't get it done anymore. The 1-2 punch will have to be too good here. Get that reload off at least. But there is too much that needs to be done. He had the opportunity, but he missed it.
But he had to have landed that shot in order to turn this into a possible.
Javi is 9-1.
So unfortunate, but Again, this comes down to a really close round. I mean, incredible plays from Paper Rex. Even down to this, spotted
वो वैसे spam हुआ इतना ज़्यादा.
spams him through the wall, gets the shock dart across, and down to the numbers
अगर ये
game.
जिंग का एक और
I
शॉट
mean,
कनेक्ट
just
हो
the
जाता ना तो
swings out,
बीटी
it's
हो जाती
still
मेरे को.
always a team to be respected. G doesn't seem to
आराम
mind that right
से.
now, just going to continue rolling.
Slow it.
He's picking.
Abi, wait, Abi. On the right. Go into my smoke, Abi, go into my smoke on left. No, on the right, guys. Let's go together.
I'm on it, I don't know where.
ये क्या एंगल है?
You can see how awkward it has gotten here for
Paper X
GE.
चार लोग backside है.
Immediately, Paper X on the aggressive, and it's worked out. The opening pick goes their way. Plan's still going down. They still commit to that, GE. It's a bold play, but might just work. Forward positioning though from Jing will catch both Patman and Harvey off guard. Autumn trying to salvage. It's not going to be possible. Crystal is now alone, and this is a pretty doomed angle. How's everybody missed? Oh, what? Paper X, what's going on there? But it doesn't matter. Defuse will be secured anyway.
Nice
Paper
try,
X will get
bro.
themselves their second.
उधर पे दो मार सकता
More
था.
costly than it might otherwise have been, though.
But I think they're happy with that one too. Still double op investment, and it pays off. I mean, just the early pick,
Something भी op
and that
लिया
allows
था.
them to continue to cement themselves around the site, prevent G from
ये
getting
लोग
comfortable
double
in
op
the post
किए.
plant positions. You might have
वो
the
ये
wall,
नई skill
you
है.
might have pillar, but after that fact, Paper X already kind of know where you're positioned as well. They're just going to be able to delete you bit by
ठीक है,
bit,
कोई बात
and
नहीं,
they
कोई बात
continue
नहीं.
on with this
Patman
sort
पे
of
ulti है.
progression. Forsaken not relenting from pushing down elbow, while the rest of the team this time towards A main.
एक ऑफ मिड है, एक
Solid City
ऑफ
wins the
बी
race
है.
this time around. GE
बाप रे, इसको
Wait
देखो
out that
फॉर्सेकन
wall.
को खुले में तोड़ रहा है भाई.
Breaking the trip is going to put some seeds of doubt in their minds, but still the
Origin
aggression.
यही खेलता है.
Hunter's Fury through here is really disrupting the offense. Can't quite catch up with Yunatan there, but Jing at least helps him out in the end though. Damai
One more, guys,
maybe,
one more.
a little bit shell-shocked after that one. This round is getting real messy. There's a pit that's been ripped now as well on the attack. It's all over the place, but still no plan.
Yeah, multiple ultimates, but it's all a possible fake. The rest of the team trying to pivot across to B somehow. The pit's always going to be a question mark, but the drone comes in to clear it through.
Oh, I don't know that it did a great job of clearing it. Patman's still kind
अभी
of
तक प्लान
hanging
नहीं किया
around.
हाँ.
Really
falling back.
causing an element of doubt in the minds of
Oh,
Paper X
oh,
here. You can see
Patman.
how busy
Timing,
he's keeping
timing,
them on A.
timing, दो
Meanwhile,
swing
that
कर जा.
rotating
Nice
ball
one.
from GE over towards B. Patman is getting
wrap
so
हो जाएगा
much
पर.
work done here, and every second he wastes is valuable. Importantly though, Forsaken still here over on B, locking it down, gets the double, and might just get this done alone. All on the shoulders now of Autumn with only 20 seconds left. He's got to find the 1v3, and he's got to move quickly. Time of the essence gets the better of Envy. But how is he going to dislodge Forsaken? He fakes the tap, it doesn't draw out the peak. He has no idea that Forsaken is just chilling, waiting for Jing on the flank.
Bro,
It's even
ये
not necessary
Forsaken
as
का
Forsaken
खेल
will
गया
finish off a
बे.
very nice individual round. 3 for Paper X. It was a good effort from GE, no doubt, and Patman nearly got it done, but
क्या शॉट मारा उसने हावी पे.
Yeah, momentum slowly coming back. I mean, this entire matchup, so much tempo being played, just back and
तो
forth. with the
Judotan
slows.
होगा यार backside
Multiple
पे.
ultimates dumped in this round. Hunter's Fury, Viper's Pit, the Tour de Force. But Forsaken gets such a good read. Just
भाई
comes back
मैप
and nails
खोलते
the
खोलते
shot.
मार रहा है भाई.
Has
फेकर है
that
क्या?
Nerves of Steel. Mr. Word.exe himself comes back into silence.
Mr.
the entirety of
Word.exe
GE.
himself
On to the next
बोलता है.
round though, and GE will come in with a partial investment.
GE once again quickly taking that main position, but it's out towards middle that they're having
भाई ये भी
problems.
चालू हो
Something
गया.
tapping away.
BT.
It's these scoped rifles that are really
Ooh,
giving
nice
them problems
shots
at
at
the
him.
moment. The Ops, and of course the Outlaws. They are still making their way into A here. They found a couple of openers. If something were to drop, that could be concerning. But of course, something knows better, and
Nah,
Envy's
bro,
there
they're
to
shooting
help out
as
as
well,
well.
Chad.
Equalizing round for Paper X.
Yeah, one of the most slippery jets that we have over in Pacific. Something. The desk kind of mentioned
Something
it. They
भी
had a
मारने लग
graphic
गया
talking
अब.
about his 7, I think, map win streak so far ever since swapping back
कोई
to
बात
his
नहीं, कोई
agent.
बात नहीं. Calm
And
down
he's still
करने
doing
का है,
the
calm
same
down
thing.
करने का है.
It's kind of an
अभी भी
anti-ego,
निकलता है,
sure,
अभी भी
but
निकलता है.
this definitely hurts GE for the future rounds. I mean, they've been trying to slam sites now, and it hasn't really quite worked out ever since the scoped weapons, as you aptly put it,
Paper X
Alfish,
के अभी ये
has
अच्छे हैं
come
यार,
in.
reads अच्छे हैं.
Now
बस.
they bring out their own
और वो लोग
automati
elbow
operator.
control ले रहे हैं हर बार. अकेले
It's a
एल्बो
little bit
कंट्रोल नहीं
streaky
तो इतना
yesterday,
इन्फो है
had some
उनके
very
पास
good
बहुत सारा.
rounds. Do that
इनको वापस
again.
4 सेकंड गया.
Maybe he can just pull one
भाई ये
through
डबल
here
अप मेरे को
for
अभी भी नहीं समझ
GE
रहा.
to break the streak that Paper X have been putting together. That's 3 in a row now off the back of the tack timeout that Alex called.
ओ बी एल लगा
Oh,
दी.
the pit though kind of slows things down. So you want things to go well through the door.
शॉट दे दिया ऑटम
Jing
को.
dumping util, trying to slow GE down.
हावी को देखो
Not
नाइस
able to do
लुटान.
so. He will be wrapped on by Yutatan.
अरे हावी
They're
क्या
not going
खेल
to
रहा
get
है
control of
दोस्त.
A main very easily because the pit is there with Dabai in it, but they'll still be able to get a plant.
Yeah, we're fighting for
Yutatan maybe
CP control, guys.
taking a little bit too many liberties there, and now Harvey
op है
isolated in a
Forsaken
duel against Forsaken with that op on the other side of it. There's nothing you
Bro, how
can
is he
do.
shooting like
So
that?
it's all on Patman and Crystal to try to hold off this retake, which feels a
Nah,
pretty
bro,
doomed prospect at this
Forsaken.
point. Paper X.
फॉरसेकन कितना
just
बड़ा
kinda styling
पेन
on
है
GE in
भाई.
that round.
Yeah, I mean,
क्या बीटी
this is
आदमी है
a master
फॉरसेकन.
class. Both teams going back to back, but now Paper X slowly starting to wrangle control away from GE. I mean, look at how they're operating.
Timeout
First
चाहिए
of
यार,
all, the
timeout
pit,
चाहिए.
sure, and then maybe Jing falls. But although
एक breather
GE
चाहिए,
really
एक
tries
breather
to slow
चाहिए.
down the pace a lot, just because of Paper X slowing down the pace a tad bit further with the operators,
Wow,
they're
jiggle
able to
jiggle कर रहा
take
था.
these
ये
picks the
देखो
way
ये.
they want to. Mr. Observer, please. I love that so much, but I kind of want to see it from the other POV, just watching the tech from how Forsaken gets that jump peek in. And this
ऑफ
definitely
काउंटर करना पड़ेगा. हाँ
becomes
अबे वो लोग ना वो
pretty
लोग
big problem
पेपर
for
एक्स के पास
global
पता नहीं
esports.
क्यों
They
रीड
tried
है
it fast,
कि
they
जी
tried it
अर्ली
slow.
पीक किधर करेगी और वहीं पे समथिंग और
But
4 सेकंड की
the
ऑपरेटर
shots
लगी हुई
aren't,
है.
you know, well, it's not necessarily shots though, is it? It's just you don't really know when Paper X are going to be positioned.
अगर
You
डबल
saw
अप चल रही है
Yutatan trying
सामने
to go a little bit further to hold it up by A bridge as well, but it
तो
still
rather
doesn't really
pace
pay
change
off.
करके खेलना
Now
चाहिए.
they're broke.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
अभी
think it's
हगा
so
वहाँ पे
much
टू बी
that
ऑनेस्ट. भाई पर उसने अच्छा
GE
शॉट
having
मारा 4 सेकंड
bad
में.
ideas, right? Like they're
Yeah.
getting into the sites a lot, they're getting the plants a lot, they're getting quite a bit of space, they're definitely toying with the rotates of Paper X here and there as well.
इतना फिर
But
स्प्लिट
there
पिक्स
just
नहीं
seems to
लेने
be this
चाहिए.
little sort of extra 5% on the execution front right now for Paper X,
Paper
where they're
X
picking
दूसरी
up
बोलते हैं.
maybe a multi-kill from someone in the mid-round
Yes.
that swings the round back in the favor of Paper X. So that
And
little
they're
bit of
very
X factor is
confident,
there
भाई.
at the
Paper
moment
X वाले
for Paper
बहुत
X, and GE
confidently
are still
खेल
kind
रहे
of
हैं.
trying to find that. They kind
बहुत
of came in
ज़्यादा
with that
confidently
momentum, right?
खेल रहे हैं
GE
भाई.
started the day well. Came with that momentum through
Insane
from
confidence
yesterday.
के साथ swings
Takes
ले रहे हैं.
Paper X a little bit longer to
उनको
warm up
लग रहा है
potentially on
ठीक
the
है
stage
हमारी
after
रीड
not
है
playing
सही
yesterday.
है.
But now that they've arrived, they are looking a pretty indomitable force. There's 4 rounds in a row there for
जी के
Paper X
कमिट्स
that
पे
GE
पेपर एक्स पिंच कर
are not
रही
gonna
है.
like to sink their
मल्टीपल
teeth
टाइम्स
into.
पिंच किया है हमने.
And still with the double operator. GE though trying to pick things up just quick with pistols for this round. Yutatan on the Bucky.
Something's going to hear that drone headed in
ब्रो
his
बैटमैन हावी
direction and
दोनों को लगा.
tries to force the issue, but not able to find the line this time around. This will be Forsaken's turn next. So you've got 2 ops, and they're both on
दोनों
the
के
same
दोनों
side.
A
They're
पे,
both on
वाह.
the same line. That's crazy. Something's obviously gone wandering back off towards middle, but I don't know they're necessarily expecting
Nice one, you
Forsaken
go.
there with the
Oh,
op
nice
as
one,
well.
you
Fast
go.
lane up.
Bro!
Gets out of there alive. I don't even know.
Oh my god.
And that's kind of what I'm talking about. GE, they need to be capitalizing on those kinds of moments, and they're just not quite being able to. This will be another solid hold by the looks of things for Paper X. GE at this point kind of just looking
Short
for damage, and
Autumn.
Autumn will
Short
give them
Autumn,
that
let's
a
go,
double.
baby.
Still a chance here. If
Nah,
Autumn can find a way to
bro,
pop
यहाँ
off.
पे
And
उड़ो
like
एक
I
और
said, he
मारता
was
निकल
streaky
जाता
yesterday, but he
round.
had some really big rounds. This could be another one of
1v2.
those. 5 left. Swaps back over to the rifle instead. Something just trying to toy with him and does a great job of it. A third in the round for something. It's the ops again that are causing the problems for GE.
Repeatedly. I mean, he got
Gee,
the
man.
opening pick. Forsaken there to back it up. Swaps over to overdrive, slides over across, swaps to the shorty. What the hell?
Yeah, that is wild.
One heck of an enemy battle. But then you swap over to something versus Autumn. That's another big discussion. Just a head-to-head of both operator players, but something wins every single day. I mean, look at how mobile he is. It's multiple jabs left to the right, and it keeps Autumn on his toes. And unfortunately, trips him over at the end. The next round comes up, and this has to be the
Yutatan ने ult चला
round
दिया
where
था.
GE finds their footing.
Yeah,
It's their map pick.
You're really looking for some of that
9-1
recovery
से
from
9-6
GE, again
हो गया.
highlighting the fact that they were very good on the attack yesterday. Des mentioning it.
कितने राउंड हारे
was a
डबल
key
लाइन से
factor for
5
them
राउंड.
coming into this game, and so far 4 on the attack. I'm not
Start
sure that's
अच्छी
going to be
हुई थी
enough for
यार,
them to
4-1.
be happy with how things have played out so far. Let's see if they can get it back up
तीन
to
लोग हैं
6
अभी B
6
पे.
with a bit of a faster play in towards B. Got that wall that will allow them to take the space back towards Archers. But now straight through it, they've got to go again into the operator, which is Forsaken waiting. They're finding the kills they
shot,
need.
Harvey,
So
let's
Harvey
go,
for
baby.
the double and the res, obviously. Lots of impact in the round. And GE finally have found a way to break open this defense of Paper X. See if something has anything to say about it.
Nice shot. Let's go, baby.
So
Make
GE
it 6-6.
will find
Make it
themselves another round up
6-6.
to 5, and they can fight for the 6th, which is a much more comfortable looking scoreline.
That would have to definitely be vengeance found for the side of G against something with an operator. I mean, this is one of those rounds that you can bet Frost is the one calling it. What a play to go through. It looks like a B split, but then they actually used the Viper Spit to go all the way through backside in towards Archer, set up the Sage Wall, which prevents from Paper X coming through with a stronger retake off timing. And that's how still more kills come on through off to the site itself. Paper X starting to get a little bit more aggressive off of it SOL. They want to take these fights. Let's listen in.
Nothing, guys. Let's go for fast, no? Air window. Tempo mapping. Ila.
Wait, shoot.
I think it's not upping, right? Maybe
I wanna kill him.
I will jump for you. 3, 2, 1.
In A, boys. In A.
You have molly? Let's go flank, okay, boys?
I throw molly.
Well, again, Alex a little bit concerned maybe about what's happening in that round. They have just let GE walk their way onto A for a plant. Something's been picked off on the rotate, and so too now has Forsaken. Those have been the Smash Bros for this half. Gone for Paper X, and it looks like GE are just going to fold them like a piece of paper in the final round of the half. This should be a 6th, no doubt about it. Envy has got way too much to do. 6-6 will be the scoreline. GE pulling it back a little bit at the back end of the half, and we've got a game on our hands here for sure.
A very, very real and intense game, hands down. I mean, you're thinking about org history, or maybe at least in this year, Autumn had the hand gesture, 4th time's the charm, and it feels like it's very, very possible. The new challenger, GE, may be able to take down Paper X. It's just map 1 for now, but you can already tell with the calling. Paper X, they're biting baits. They're trying to push deeper in towards middle. Alex not happy about it. And it's very simple for GE. Paper X are just trying to call off a flow state, but sometimes that leads you into traps, and Pat will be the one to activate in those moments. You swap sides though, and that's where things can get still a little bit dicey. Paper X on the attack is always force a threat to be reckoned with.
It's a pretty good effort.
No, that's terrible. Where's the face?
You're just gonna hit him with that? Come on, we've got to get the cheeks. You got to get the cheeks.
Ah, fail. That's a C.
It's a C+. I'll give it a C+. It was a pass.
I'm a disappointed Asian dad.
Well,
right
You
now.
got a
I
big
guess
package.
C- is a pass technically, right?
Okay.
Because a D is a fail, right?
Yeah.
A D is a fail where I come from. C- is actually a pass. Only just.
Where I come from, it's just numbers.
Yeah.
You either get the pass.
Bro, मेरे जाने से जीते राउंड और मैं जो इतना बैठा उसके बाद जीते जो 4 राउंड.
What is the passing mark for Paper X and for GE out of that half, right? They've gone 6.
क्या है इसके बाद अनबॉक्स करेंगे इसके बाद अनबॉक्स
It's a
करेंगे.
solid B, right? If we're going to continue with that analogy, they've both done okay.
क्या go back,
Pulled
bro?
out ahead. Second half will tell us a lot.
Certainly would.
मैं था तो 4 राउंड जीते, ठीक है?
G then again had a really strong defensive side. The first
तुम्हारे
time
जाते
they
flawless?
this double
पिस्टल हारे में चले आऊंगा.
freeze,
पिस्टल हारे में
decided
गायब हो
to push
जाऊंगा,
all the
ठीक
way
है?
down middle, something similar that Team Secret did before. But Paper X have other options in mind. All 4 up towards elbow, thinking back towards B main to get that spike down on the B site. Forsaken spots them all throughout middle.
जी भी मिड पुश करी है. खाली रखी है बी साइड.
Nice,
वो कल भी ऐसे खेल रहे थे ये लोग.
avenue into the B site for Paper X.
Forsaken को pinch
Full
कर रहे हैं.
retake for GE.
Strong position for Forsaken to play as well.
Only half HP though, so might need a little bit of help, and he's not going to be able to get it when that orb is up.
Nice.
He's just got to try to play delay as long as he can on his own. Surely can't
Nice,
win this
nice,
fight.
nice.
Autumn
क्या बात
to
है,
the
क्या
back of
बात
the
है, क्या
head
बात है,
gets
5v4 on
Forsaken.
side.
That's the first piece of the puzzle for GE.
वो एक शॉट तो
Four
वॉली
more
कर दिया.
to find. Davai
प्यारा.
slowing them down a little bit with that kill onto Crystal, and Envy in on the cross shots as well.
shot, Batman.
Defuse on though. Paper X have to move quickly, and they'll get there in time. It was close, but not close enough for GE. A 3K for Davai, and Paper X take the pistol.
And while G might be one of the strongest leaders we have in Pacific in terms of pistol wins, PaperX takes this one away.
2
just
second
because of
और
course
hold
Sacred
करते
positioning
हो
might not
जाता है
have the
यार.
frags necessary, but it's enough information to call to the rest of the team that we know G is going to be approaching the retake all the way from the back lines.
मैं चले आऊंगा, मैं चले
Everyone
आऊंगा, मैं चले जाऊंगा.
sets up around it,
बाय राउंड में
firing
मैं चले
off,
आऊंगा.
you know, sheriff shots on the
बाय
cross,
राउंड में मैं जा रहा
as you mentioned.
मैं
Despite
जा रहा
the
हूँ, बाय
wall,
राउंड में
which
जा रहा
would
हूँ.
be a pretty good retake protocol otherwise. Doesn't work out for the pistol. We'll keep an eye on that though. As the next run comes in, it's still the guns from PaperX to try to build up a strong lead in this side.
Got 3 players set up on the A side though for GE.
चला जा यार भाई को
ends
देखो
up
हाँ
being a
आज
fight
चांस
around
मिला
main
इनको
thing.
हाँ आज चांस
Some
मिला
problems
इनको.
here, PaperX. Crystal will spot them out early. Relay Bolt goes forward. That'll be the end of Crystal, but you've still got Harvey, who does get spotted out by the drone. And Forsaken will make no mistake. A site well and truly taken here by PaperX. They're starting to flex their muscles already in the second half. GE, of course, yet to buy in this half. So let's just hold our horses until we get
जा
to
रहा
see
हूँ,
that
जा रहा हूँ,
PaperX are looking
जा रहा हूँ, देखो.
Damn solid. Rock
Bye.
solid. Not a single gun to be lost, Jordan, and that's potentially a big problem. Could convert over onto the bonus if they the right plays for the next round. Would have hoped that at least G maybe wrangled the gun away, but that did not happen just because of how simple and clearly I think they took the attacking side, just all 5 mostly, all the way up A main. For the next round though, GE, this is where they really want to get a little bit more active. We need to see players like Autumn, Pat, trying to be able to figure things out and anchor down sights. For now, spotted out and Yudotan out towards middle.
I think the big name is probably Patman. He has been such a stellar player for GE so far this season. He's been a little bit slow on this map so far. That weight has been picked up by a couple of the others, but I think if GE is going to win this map, we might need some of those Patman clutches back again, like what we saw yesterday. Oh, Harvey has been good. Walk out though from PaperX. They are getting so much space on these sides. Harvey and Crystal though denying it this time. Finally with the guns in hand. GE showing some defense.
यार, what is
That
this?
was
मैं
actually
गया
quite
ही
a clean
नहीं.
round.
मैं गया ही नहीं,
This
मैं
is
तो
one
यहीं
of
खड़ा था.
those very well
मैं तो
put
खड़े होके
together
देख
way
रहा था.
before they even
Bro, मैं
stepped
तो खड़े
foot
होके
into
देख
the
रहा था.
server. Can tell that
मैं तो
that's
खड़े होके
exactly
देख
what
रहा
this
था.
composition was built
इधर ही था
for.
मैं.
The Sage is a perfect counter to the Neon or even just the double duelist. You always
नहीं
have
है ना,
those
यहाँ पे खड़े
little
होके
tip-top
देखा.
walls that you can hop up of, but at the same time, slow orbs.
Bro, ये
ये
wall कितनी danger की.
That's
Shot.
big control all over the site.
Camera
Every
set.
step of the week. Oh, we can't be crashing out this early.
No.
देखो.
Please, no. No. Get like a job on the office or something like that. Autumn, what a great fight to start the round. GE starting to come into their own a little bit on the defense. Forsaken does cross though, and he's going to try and go on a bit of an expedition through middle.
Give you some ideas, but then again, that's where Petman's positioned. I think to end up back on the ace side, but Yudotan's already marking this angle, has support from Autumn as well.
Good setup. Autumn and Yudotan watching the line that PaperX are just going to contact onto. Surely that can't go well. 1 for 1. Not really enough as far as PaperX are concerned, and Patman picks something out of middle as well.
मैं कैमरे से बाहर रहूँगा तो
Round is
जीतेंगे
falling
ये
apart
लोग.
for PaperX. There's a lot of individual skirmishes not going their way.
Oh my God, Chad!
I think he did. Saw Forsaken, who's going to try to regroup with Devi. But unfortunately, without the numbers in this round, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. At the same time, Crystal's already extending his feet.
Yep, he'll be fast on the rotate if necessary, but the way things are looking, I don't know that it'll be necessary. Harvey having a great game. 16 and 8, very much leading from the front now for GE. Keeping them in the fight. I mean, look, 8-8. It's a very respectable total right now against PaperX, which is dubbed by a few to be maybe the best team in the world. I mean,
let's go, baby!
I like that TVD. I feel like this lead is just going to continue building up, though, at least until Alex maybe calls in a timeout or finds some way to crack G's defense, because you take a look at this composition. Walking the B side, Pat's there, maybe alongside Javi or Autumn. That's always going to be a trap. You walk in the A, Yudotan's marking mid, and you've got more players, especially Javi, who's consistently slowing down his opposing team, that even if you walk back through middle,
मैं frame से
Pat's
बाहर
always
जाऊंगा
gonna
जी,
turn
मैच
his head
जीत
on a
जाएगी.
swivel. And it's so darn difficult to be able to break down this
सकता हूँ.
defense. You need to really slow down the pace and find some kind of a pick, bit by bit, bait out more bits of utility from this GE core.
Cam off
Otherwise,
कर तो
you're
better
running
रहेगा.
and slamming
साले.
headfirst into a very, very solid steel wall. Right now, of course, though, for the upcoming rounds, probably not going to be able to expect too much
बैठ
with
के
the
stream में
current
देख रहा हूँ, match में देख
economy
पा रहा
that
हूँ मैं.
PaperX will have.
Please frame से बाहर जा रहा हूँ,
I mean,
जा
you
रहा
asked for
हूँ.
it, and there it is.
जा
That's
रहा हूँ
that
भाई,
timeout
जा
for
रहा हूँ.
PaperX. By the way, in the first half,
मैं हाथ
after the
जोड़ता
timeout, they
हूँ.
lost the next round, but that was the round they didn't
मैं
buy
हाथ
into.
जोड़ता हूँ, मेरी
And then they
गलती.
went on to win 4 in a row. So, I mean, if that again, if that's going to be the same kind of impact that Alex is able to have, then
ओए एक बार बैठ
you're
के
gonna set
देखते हैं
yourself up
chat.
pretty
What do you
nicely.
say? एक बार
More
बैठ के
things
देखते
could
हैं.
be said about GE though. They called their
चलो एक
timeout.
बार
They
खड़े
won the
होके
next
देखते
like
हैं.
what 3
एक बार
rounds
खड़े
or
होके
so.
देखते हैं.
it was 5 in a row actually. By the way,
Oh,
not
yeah,
just the
yeah,
4
yeah.
there for
बार
PaperX
खड़े
by
होके देखते
mistake, but. Either way,
Okay.
I don't think it'll be coming in this round, although, you know, there's a bit of an investment here from PaperX, so we'll just see what they can put together. They are one of those kinds of teams that
They were deadly with those sheriffs before.
yeah, sort of makes magic out of nothing.
Real careful for now. Already baited out one slow, which tends to happen quite often, but thinking to just start off with a bit of conditioning while then peeking over in towards B main, but Autumn's perched up top, an angle that PaperX might not expect. Pat still has to stay back to delay
तो
even
PaperX
further
का
as well
eco
for
है.
more rotations to come
Thank you for the
across.
40 minute club में शांति
Long
से रह
rotate
जाओ,
here
आप
for
important game है.
GE if PaperX inevitably take this side. Autumn up on high has
Nice,
not been
Autumn,
spotted just
nice!
yet, and there is
Let's
no
go,
entry
baby!
allowed into the B side. Both Autumn and Patman delivering on the initial hold, and that has PaperX stalled in their tracks. Envy and Dabai though making this interesting. Shots come through though for Unatan. Don't get too excited if you're a PaperX fan. That's another one that's gone the way of GE. 9-8, they claim the lead once again.
Oh my god!
And it feels like it won't even matter too much. 3 guns dropped away, but GE
Zero
just has built up
MS!
so much bank. At least probably won't be able to play this sort of one and done position any further. PaperX might start to expect it, but then again, it could be mind games. So once again, just curious to see what the call is going to be after that tactical timeout.
You gotta be kidding me, man!
Because they are in that danger territory. They really need to bring up some rounds together. Let's listen in to PaperX.
Go B. Trap here, no, you broke his TP. Temper bit. Then he's mid then. We can go B. Only 1 guy or 2. Apa, elbow din. Ayun, smoke din.
So the call to try to pick up the pace, overwhelm 2 players on B site.
Yep, 1 guy or 2, that is going to be correct. It is once again though, Patman and Autumn who are over there and were such a thorn in their side in the last round. Here it comes, fast lane out, similar approach. Both of the duelists pushing their way forward down the lane. Envy gets the better of Patman. Bad news for GE now as Autumn has to try to recover but oversteps on the peak and will be put down by something. PaperX have their answer. And once again, it just feels like we're going tit for tat. A very close matchup here between PaperX and
नहीं
GE.
रहने से कुछ नहीं होगा.
Oh, I
मेरे को
do
समझ गया,
love
मेरे को
going
समझ
tit
गया.
for tat. This is such
मेरे को समझ गया कैसे काम
an
करता
even
है.
match. The
मेरे को समझ गया
tenacity
कैसे
from
काम
both
करता है.
sides, and
अब
you
देखो
just
G round
have to
जीतेगी.
admire it. I mean, the calling
ये वाला
again.
राउंड G जीतेगी देखो.
Both teams bigger than the sum of their parts. The coaches,
देखो देखो
such a
देखो.
big
मैं समझ गया,
factor
मैं
to it
समझ
as
गया.
well.
जीत जाएंगे.
It's just overwhelming the side. You know, I was kind of thinking if
मैं
this
समझ
goes
गया.
down to that kind of
ये
slow
तुम्हारे
tempo
दिल की
pace
श्रद्धा है
where
यार.
PaperX has to play mind games. It's so not their
Cheer
style.
Panoti.
But if they actually pick up that pace one step, 1 gear further into B site, slows down those rotations from GE where it doesn't even matter at that point, it's going to work out pretty darn well. So the next round
Cheer
comes
Panoti
back
hai.
up. Close to ultimates. PaperX stretching their legs across middle. GE has similar ideas though, picking up auto cues.
देखो अब मेरे को.
Smoked off for the time being as well. PaperX maybe
Alexa, turn off the
leaving
sun.
Jing on a lurk while the rest of the team pushes up into A.
I don't mind this setup actually from PaperX. 4-1
They
split,
got
you've
me.
only got a more of a retake
Oh,
setup
wow.
actually for GE on this A site, and that's going to prompt some rotates obviously in middle, and that's where Jin can look to activate once this plant goes down for PaperX. Hits pulled as well early by PaperX to try to cut off any rotate
Nice,
through
Unatan.
A main. Unatan though catching Forsaken, so there is a loss, and you've still got a player by the way.
Nice,
Watching for
Unatan,
Jin.
let's go,
Patton got
baby!
that pick in middle. That is so important. Spike is planted, but it's 2v5. This is not how this round was supposed to work for PaperX. They had the idea, but they did not have the execution, and GE are going to punish them for it. It is just Davai who will have to pull off a miracle round inside the pit. The way he's been playing right now, he might be the player to do it. Defuse is on. There's one more. Surely doable now for Davai. The half is stuck by Unitown, but Davai in with a real chance now. The 1v5 all on his own. Davai can't get it done.
Oh my god!
You are kidding me.
Right there at the finish line, but denied at the very end, right before he crossed. So close to the headshot. Bit by bit, he took them down, dragged them into his pit. 7 years
I know
in
how
the
to do
making
it,
this
Chan.
team.
I know how to do
This
it. I know how to do it.
roster.
तुमको समझ गया?
Davai and Alex
साला
come
1v5
together 7
निकाल
years
दिया था
ago.
दवाई ने वहाँ पे.
And, I mean, the man's still got it, you can tell. Sharp shooting inside of this pit, and such a ballsy play to, you know, not peek again after that half was stuck. But
Frost भाई भरो इनको.
I'd still be worried a little bit looking at that round for GE. I think if I was Frost, you'd be looking at that and saying they peaked one by one. That could be awkward, but we don't have time to talk about that because there is a push happening here towards A. Hunter's Fury will slow it down. Paper X, though, having dropped that last round, and now really under some serious pressure. And 11th is brewing as well for GE off the back of Yudotan's op.
Autumn's as well. Trying to cut them off on rotations alongside Pat.
Nice shot. Call.
Yeah, it's just not looking like it's
Bro,
going
ये
to go well
दवाई
for
इतना
Paper X.
sharp कैसे है यार?
Again, you're going to need a miracle round out of one of these two
Nice
players. It's not going to be Forsaken, so
shot!
Davai essentially tasked with another 1v5. Obviously, it's a 1v4. He did
यार.
pick up the only kill for this round
बात
for
पे दवाई
Paper
जिंदा
X,
रहता
so
है.
if he pulls it off, I'll be remiss not to call it a 1v5.
दवाई scary
He'll
हाँ
get in
भाई.
behind
ये
Autumn
देखो,
here
Autumn के
if he
पीछे
keeps
पहुंच
pushing,
गया
but the
वो.
problem is he hasn't got the spike. He's got
अरे पीछे
45
देख.
seconds to get it, but even if he gets this freebie, he's still just got so much ground to
क्या
cover.
ये latest
has
वाली
a
Vandal
res.
skin है ना?
Oh, he's going to call it too.
ये ले अब 1v6 कर.
Oh, surely not with 34
Nice
seconds
shot,
on the clock
nice
and
shot.
Yudotan on a line like this one. He's now been spotted out. That'll
Nice
be that.
shot,
Nice
babe.
round from Yudotan. Op in hand, doing
खेले.
some great work. You wonder if
Uncle
maybe
Zon, हाँ
Paper
ना.
X are a little broken now.
Yeah. In more
दादा
ways
की
than
age का
one,
player है.
their economy is not looking great for the next round. It's going to be a really scuffled investment, one that they have to somehow make work because at that point they're facing off against map point again and again. With this one though,
Shots भी Autumn भी.
I mean, it feels as though maybe
Nice
Frost
one,
is winning
nice
a little
one,
bit.
let's
from
go!
but this one, not at all. Round to round, site to site. You've got Javi back over on A, and that just continues to put up roadblocks against Paper X, where if they don't slow things down, again, they're just going to be running head first.
Four ultis available in this round though for Paper X, so they've got quite a lot to work with, and they're going to try to go again quite quickly towards A. Walls up there for Harvey, just trying to cut part of the site off, but he is really under the pump there. Good shots in from Envy with the Hunter's Fury. We'll trade that 1-for-1. Relay bolt through for Yudotan, trying to take some space here into A main. Get in behind.
Exactly वो कर रहा है जो
Made a
Forsaken
lot of
किया था.
noise. And Envy has now been spotted out. Oh dear, that's a little bit of a meal made. But GE
Nice
still
Autumn, let's
working their
go!
way back on in.
मैं गायब frame से.
2v3. Somehow Paper X just stuck in the corner. They haven't got anywhere to go. They've been spotted out now by the drone as well. Wall will provide them a little bit of space to work, and they're waiting for a mistake to come through from GE, but there will not be one. Again, it's the operators that are doing the damage, and this time it's in the hands of course of Autumn with that 3K. GE up to 12.
Let's go. Chat
I
अब
don't know
बैठ
what to
सकता हूँ.
tell you,
अब बैठ सकता हूँ
Jordan.
मैं. मैं बैठ जाऊँ
Yudotan,
अब.
Autumn,
तीन
they are
round है.
on one today.
बैठ जाऊँ मैं.
First of all, the operators, the judge coming back over as well. And that was always just going to be a slight distraction, buys further time away from that spike to get planted. Paper X feels so claustrophobic up by A main. And even though they keep trying to slam this site, it just doesn't work.
Time out पे बैठ जाऊँ.
Is this a GE timeout?
This is a
Oh my
GE
God,
timeout. They
no.
really want to make sure they close this round
Not
out.
even a single yes.
I don't know. Look, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I'd call the tag timeout here.
Yeah.
You've won 6 out of the last 7.
Chair
If it ain't
बनाओ
broke,
तो ये
don't
बेच
fix
दो.
it.
हर
Maybe
कोई
give it
नई
another
chair बना
round.
दो,
You're
please
giving
यार.
a timeout to Alex to speak as well.
Yeah, that's my concern for sure. We'll see if that ends up making a difference, or if maybe Frost has got the miracle call.
It's been pretty
Oh,
darn
G
good
के
so
timeout
far.
है?
That's the K-popification of
Match close करने के लिए इन लोगों ने time out लिया है.
But jokes
Wow.
aside, yes, Javi and Frost have been a miracle for this organization, and they really could be able to take this first map pick away.
Why G
And you
time
think
out
about
bro?
how
क्योंकि
this
उन लोग
could
को शायद
possibly
चाहिए.
end up.
कि वो
over
लोग
Lotus, maybe
मैप
Pearl
क्लोज
as
करे
well.
एकदम परफेक्ट
But first
पिक्चर
things first, it
परफेक्ट
still will
सिनेरियो
have to be Paper X
फ्रॉस्ट
playing
जो
off the
बोलेगा
back foot.
फ्रॉस्ट
They've
ने
been
ऑब्जर्व
trying
किया
to
है
slam
वही
sides. They've
होगा
been trying to go a little bit slow back and forth.
देखो
And it still doesn't work out for the past
देखो
3 rounds now. Wonder what the call is going to be from Alex, though. As you come into this one, Guardians, Judges, Spectre. You really just play close range against a G that has the long-range weaponry.
We've got to make it happen now. No chance to use these ultis in the next round if it is the end of the map. So Paper X going to pull out Bladestorm early. This time taking a bit more of a reserved approach. I wonder if Paper X is just out of ideas. They've kind of tried fast, they've tried slow, they've tried B, they've tried A, they've tried mid. It's all not really working. Eventually they're going to pull the trigger once again over towards A, which is where Autumn is waiting with that operator.
Yeah, it's so intelligent. Autumn either gets the first pick, or if not, you just go in full and retake.
Oh, that was close. No connection. So 5-on-5 for the retake.
Yeah, Paper X doesn't have the guns. Meanwhile, G has held on to all this utility. Recon, slows, Yudotan with the relay bolt, everything.
Nice one, Autumn!
Where has that come from? Forsaken's got no idea. He's just been picked out of nowhere by Autumn. And missed shots in from something as well. This is starting to get awkward for Paper X. Someone's got to step up. It'll be Envy and Jing for the moment that are starting to try to stabilize, but it's not enough. Envy gets one more, but he needs another 2, and he's only on 34 HP, and he's only got 2 bullets. Surely this is an impossible clutch. There's one, but he's run out of shots.
Nice!
We'll get
Let's
it done.
go!
GE
Let's
will
go,
take
baby!
that one. Defuse secured.
Let's go!
13-9 will be the score, and Paper X can't get it done this time.
Not quite. With a final scoreline 13-9, I have a question to ask the audience. Are you not entertained? Spectacular sets on both sides, Envy especially, but still down to the wire. And once again, GE, Yudotan, Autumn, they deliver. It always came down to that final setup, the timeout working pretty damn well.
Yeah, I think we've got a very important thing to mention here is that GE are now 1 map away from an international qualification in their first Pacific playoffs. So I'm sure that'll be a question that's on everybody's lips. We'll go down to the stage and hear from Frost.
Hello everybody, Jen down here with GE's Frost and Frost. Is that a bit of a smile that I see on you? No?
No, not a chance.
Okay, well, you got Breeze in the bag. Talk to us about what you thought of Breeze, evaluated for us, because I feel like you guys had a really good plan coming in, and then the double operators from Paper X's side kind of gave you a hassle, but you guys fought it through, closed it out.
Yeah, let's just say in the middle of that first half, there's something you're supposed to do when you know that they're desperate after a timeout and they're gonna opt, and we just decide, nah, bro, we're.
Frost भाई अंदर ही अंदर बहुत कुछ है.
something I
बस
can't
मैं
seem to
बता नहीं
temper.
सकता.
I don't know
मैं
how to
बता
fix
नहीं
it,
सकता.
but Great
prove नहीं कर
job
सकता बस.
getting the last 2 rounds from Javi.
अंदर ही
Makes
अंदर
some
Frost भाई
calls
चीख रहे
there,
हैं.
and then on defense we did what we had to do.
Yeah, I think, one of the positives or like the silver linings was Javi making great calls and also you guys being able to match up with Paper X's firepower. So what do you think allowed the team to step up today when it comes to matching up with Paper X's firepower? And what do you think allowed Javi to make such good calls with everything on the line?
I think we're really skilled, so I mean, I'd agree with anyone that says that Paper X is mechanically the best team in the world, but I do think we hold up pretty well, and especially with Patman, he is just as good as any one of them. However, Javi had some really good mid-round adjustments. I think he's just learning, and I think, honestly, he's just confident now. Okay. He just knows. He has instinct, he calls it, he runs it. Sometimes the guys don't follow it, but progress.
भरो.
All right, thank you so much, and I'm
वो
gonna
दवाई के
let you
almost
go
1v5 के लिए भरो.
Yes.
Please.
Good luck.
Frost might have said he wasn't smiling, but we could hear him during that last round.
Let's unbox some share.
The map win here.
Let's unbox some share. We got some unboxing to do, bro. We got some unboxing to do. The chair needs to go, bro. Look at that. We got some unboxing to do. Wow. Oh, bro, this smells new. This smells fresh. I know what it is though. All right, let's act. किसके अंदर क्या है हमें पता नहीं है. ठीक है? एक स्पीकर है. ये जुड़ता कैसे? मिक्स का. मिक्स का स्पीकर है. और ये क्या है? ये एक चार्जिंग केबल और एक ऑक्स केबल भी है. ब्रो, भाई बड़ी क्या दिख रहा है यार चैट? क्या दिख रहा है ये? क्या दिख रहा है ये भाई? होल्ड अप, ये चालू कैसे होता है? ओए, देख रहे हो? तेनु शरारत को जुद नैना. रुको, गाने बजाओ उसमें. वो चालू कैसे होता है ये? तो दोनों चालू हुए. दोनों चालू हुए. अबे स्पाइक प्लांट कर. एक बार कोई गाना हो जाए. कोई गाना हो जाए. रुको, कोई गाना हो जाए. ब्लूटूथ. वो ये कनेक्ट कैसे होता है? हर्ष भाई से पूछना पड़ेगा. वो दोनों को अलग अलग चार्ज करना पड़ता है. वो एक चालू एक नहीं है. अरे दोनों अलग अलग कनेक्ट होंगे. हो गए, कनेक्ट हो गए. कनेक्ट हो गए. कनेक्ट हो गए. कनेक्ट हो गए. कनेक्ट हो गए.
आई है, आई है, टट्टी आई है, टट्टी आई है, आई है, टट्टी आई है. बड़े दिनों के बाद सेम वाली प्रेशर था. बड़े दिनों के बाद सेम वाली प्रेशर था. आई है, आई है, टट्टी आई है.
Bro! Holy shit! भाई ये क्या बज रहा है बे? बहुत लाउड है ये. इतने ये वाले पहनने के बाद भी ब्रो. वाओ, थैंक यू रायट. गाना बस थोड़ा मैंने घटिया बजाया, उसके लिए मुझे माफ कर देना. बट ये मुझे काफी अच्छा लगा. बहुत अच्छा लगा. यप, इसको मैं यहाँ रख दूंगा. इसको मैं पीछे रख दूंगा. You're going down, bro. कोई जगह ही नहीं है बे. नहीं, फिर मैं इसको यहाँ नहीं रखूंगा. मैं इसको यहाँ रखूंगा अपने टेबल पे, अपने पास. यस सर, यस सर. जस्टिस फॉर चेयर. प्लांट कर दूं? ओए हाँ बे. रुको 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 रुको. नहीं, anyways, आ जाओ.
throw something different.
All right,
into
it's
the
time
mix
for
against
Lotus.
PaperX, who have shown their own
By the
adjustments.
way,
They
if
had
you
that
guys don't
Neon
know,
that was quite strugglesome in
if G
combination
wins
with
this
the
game,
fade over there against Gen G.
I'll be
Since they
giving
swapped
away
over
one
to
G
Jet
bundle
Rays,
and
PaperX
buying
has,
one.
been playing Lotus a whole lot better, and there's really no excuses at this point. This is a vintage comp from them on a map they've been very successful on against GE. If GE 2-0s them here, especially on Lotus, I mean, you can't argue with that. You know, they've definitely earned their London qualification at that point, and not only beating, you know, one of the best teams in Pacific,
ये
but
मैंने कल
arguably
वादा
one of the
किया
best
था.
teams in the world to do it.
मैंने कल
There's
वादा
no
किया
argument
था.
with that. GE at that point would be a very interesting team heading in towards Masters London.
Especially on this map of Lotus with this comp, like you were saying, they were phenomenal using this exact comp in internationals against Loud. I believe was one of the most memorable moments there that helped carry them into the top 3. So if GE can beat this comp, I think we should have
Banger song तो not gonna lie.
global esports. Now we could hear Frost from the coaching booth across the entire
Alexa,
stadium, but we could also hear
5-3.
Alex as usual, maybe a little bit more than usual today because he was extremely upset
भूल
with
मत
how
जाना
Greece
कपड़े
won.
फाड़ने
Let's
वाला
see
है.
what he has to say as we go into map 2.
मेरी अनबॉक्सिंग कब करोगे? Give me G bundle.
Jen here with Alex.
G bundle उस इंसान को दूंगा
lots on
जो
Breeze.
इंसान
What do you
एक
think
pure
happened on
hearted
that
G
map,
fan
and
हो.
how much of a nuisance was the Sage comp from the side of GE for you guys?
Chair को क्या हुआ? पनौती.
I mean, I think it would have been a closer game if we just played as we play normally.
That chair is also going down.
Not something we planned, and we made it difficult for ourselves basically.
Okay, so what kind of adjustments can you make heading into Lotus?
I haven't seen what they were.
I have G jersey. Give me bundle. तो खुद ही खरीद लेना अगर jersey है तो.
Then I need them to play a little bit more confident, a little bit more together. Comms are really weak, so I need
Game
them
volume
to
increase करो.
Okay, thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you.
Players not following the plan. This is the gripe of every tier 1 coach. Actually, I don't think it matters what tier, but if players not following the goddamn plan, the plan's been set for you. But this is not a good sign if you're a PaperX fan right now, because usually when the team isn't calming with each other, that's when everything collapses. This is usually what leads them to losses.
Yeah, very much so, and they're going to be up there on their toes right now because Global Esports have changed that composition. This is wildly different. Still that single duelist that they're known for, but now it's the Neon instead of the Rays, which I think is an interesting swap into the Vice, which I don't always love. And they're also, I don't love this, to be honest, because now they're playing their own Vice. They're going to have to go against the Jet and the Rays, which we know are good at beating it.
Well, they're playing double controller. Autumn will be on that Viper. Patman's had some of his biggest games on Omen so far in this stage of Pacific. So if he's going to put on a clinic after a bit of a quieter one against a team he usually farms, let's be honest, then maybe that could be a difference maker here for GE. PRX just trusting their patented comp with the double dive should play quite well into the Vice, but the Viper may give them some more problems.
All right, well, we may just find out very shortly who's going to Masters London after this map as we send it back to our casters, Elfish Guy and Quack.
Yes, we may indeed, and I guess that's the big question now, Quack, isn't it? Can Global Esports live up to their name and go global? They are one map away from London.
Oh, what a line to drop. I really feel as though it's quite possible, though I do want to slow myself down because Bilski does bring up a really good point. Double dive straight against this Vise. But alongside this Viper, though, we have to remember Autumn is a Viper player who can bring out an off, and that's always going to be quite lethal for the other side. Just want to bring back to mind that Frost mentioned in yesterday's post-match press conference, we are one of the most skilled teams in the world. We just lack the experience and composure. PaperX presents a problem because they do have that composure, and they are the best team in the world. It's a matter of us being able to play the Valorant that we have learned to play, and let the chips fall as they may. It's all down to the adaptations mid-round, and you want to see how GG call it. It's been pretty exciting thus far, but right now, PaperX pushing all the way out middle.
Hello.
Wait, nice shot!
GE out of the gates, a strong Envy and something out of the picture immediately.
Shot,
the pistol, and GE is not making a mistake at all. They are locked in. They want to punch their ticket all the way to Master. That is a brilliant pistol round to start the map.
Doesn't it just look like these guys are in control? They don't get too hot off the press. They kind of just take their time, chill, a little stroll in the park, And as soon as PaperX makes that move, it's instant activation. They hear the door, they were kind of
Nice,
suspicious
bro.
about it, but seeing three
PRX
players swing out,
double
all the
mid push
shots
kari.
fired off, they just let their hands go, man. And this is not what you want to see from, PaperX. They really need to be able to, first of all, find that confidence again, but also to kind of temper themselves. Because baiting themselves in towards G's crosshairs
Yeah,
is
हमारी
not
G
a good
है.
start.
See if GE can convert on the pistol. They were able to do it in the last map. Pushing into a bit of a stacked setup here. Got a couple of flashes to worry about as well, and they do connect. It is going to be something in Envy, causing a little bit of a ruckus here. Another one onto Harvey,
Nice
who
one.
recovers it well. That was
3v3
scary for a second. We're back to 3-on-3, and in the meanwhile, by the way, Autumn is just chilling over at Rubble, so there is a way out here for GE if they want it towards A.
Does G just try to juggle his guns away? They actually don't. Still keeping an eye on it.
Nice.
And some damage found.
Okay, ये round नहीं हारेंगे अब.
Guns will be picked up though, and G trying to end up really quickly on the A site, but something's taking a quick path across. We'll end up at stairs though, and that's where Autumn could play spoiler.
He's already
Yeah, Autumn
pretty
Viper खेल रहा है, मैं भी
progressed.
देखा अभी.
Doesn't want to lose his
Photo
head
जाएगा,
though.
spot हो
And
जाएगा,
there is
दोस्त!
exactly what you don't want to happen. Autumn down. Puts a little bit more pressure on the shoulders of Crystal and Harvey, who look like they might want to take the fight forward. In fact, they'll end up just using some of that util to slow PaperX down, but there is a lot of time available for this retake. So PaperX can go slow, double couple of weapons. Crystal delivers for 1, 2, and surely the swing through. Something deletes Crystal. It should be done already for GE. This is getting a little bit concerning. The 1v1 is won by something.
Never count this team out. Forget what I said in that first round. It's just the fact that on a round like this where G are expecting PaperX to be on a full eco, they come out swinging off of C door, like C mound with a flash, and that instantly hurts their numbers. Autumn, really unfortunate. Just a lot of trust in the no scope on the Marshall, and unfortunately that's where PaperX finds numbers, finds a bit more wind in their sails. The gun's being picked up as well. Something is always quite lethal with the scoped weapons as well. Let's not leave him out of the conversation.
Yeah, a few things kind of going wrong for GE in that round. Couple of moments that really shifted. But just have to pick themselves up and run it back. They've got an investment here. It's not as if they can't fight for this round. Crystal has been given a rifle. We've got Yutatan looking to try and push his way forward as well. Shotgun in hand, but held at bay for now by the dark cover. And Forsaken spams away at Yutatan. So, doesn't look like GE are going to have too much success here. They're going to walk their way out of that smoke right into the setup of Davai, who gets all four.
Were your last words?
PaperX immediately claim the lead here on Lotus.
And putting GE through the shredder. A nice attempt. I did like the buy-up from Crystal. He had Steel Garden, so that could have been a great equalizer. But as soon as Yutatan steps across the wall, you just see the reaction from PaperX so quick to it, spamming through the smokes. Once they heard Pat trying to go for that wild TP up the top, Davai just holds that mouse one.
Davai's been so solid in this series for PaperX, hasn't he? Real rock of the team at the moment. Reinvestment again, of course, for GE. 5 rifles across the board. They're going to just keep trying to batter down this door that PaperX is holding on to at the moment. Strong mound control from PaperX to start this round off. It pushes GE away.
Incredible synergy from the team, but at the same time, this costs some valuable resources, key pieces of utility that could be strong for retakes. So GE happy to sit and wait, let that go off while they start to find some picks as PaperX starts to overextend.
Yeah, something just hunting for information there. And instead gets a bullet in the head. Got a lot happening in this round for GE. The push over towards A tree. Crystal watching middle alongside Harvey, and now Envy's gone down as well. Again, kind of hunting for that information. PaperX are a little bit unsettled on this defense right now. It might come down to Forsaken solo holding on C. Gets the info of Yutatan's position, but I'm not sure that's going to help much. It's going to pull the rotate over to C, and GE are ahead at A.
Yeah, similar problems to the pistol round, isn't it? I mean, Jordan, don't PaperX look quite antsy right now.
They look a bit rattled, yeah.
You just have a little player, setting off some trips and thorns out towards the A side, some players out towards C, just poking their heads through a little bit, and PaperX start to peek out. So much so that You know, you find 2 X's outside of B. 3 players remaining, and well, they still have some even numbers. They could go for this. They're left with not much utility. You know, a smoke from Forsaken, Divide with a possible flash, but it's a slow one. Meanwhile, G has already set up so far up to the top of heaven that they have vision in towards CT. This should just be a call to save.
I think it might be. It's a chance for Paper X to have a bit of a chat, because I would imagine right now they're just feeling a little bit awkward about how things are playing out here on Lotus. It's not exactly gone to plan, obviously, on map 1, and now on map 2 they're really being tested by GE. So need to have a conversation, and ideally you don't use your timeout for that. You can use these crucial seconds to try to figure out what has been going wrong. Maybe what do we change up? Do we try something a little bit more aggressive as a unit outside of A? Bit of a rubble play. The sort of the B creep has not worked. The mound holds have been okay. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of where it felt like it fell apart. 2 players just individually pushing their way out of B. Hunting for info, hunting for a timing, hunting for a pick, and both of them lose their lives.
But it also just always comes down to that slight tango of tempo. GE slows things down. Paper X needs to go that extra step slower with the operators being brought out. But now trying to go back for that rubble fight, as you called it.
Jing over the top, gets himself one before he falls. Not sure that'll be too disappointing though for GE. They're still breaking open the defense with that pick.
Yeah, taking down Javi's a pretty big pickup. No more Nightfall for the upcoming round. Still though, corralling themselves all towards Tree.
Well, 1 by 1. They work their way in, and again a 1-4-1 there for Envy.
And they'll take further space away with that Vise ult coming in as well. Get the spike down, further setups, but they might not expect the ones from behind.
Well, it's all a question of what GE does here, and it looks like they're going to try to push their way forward. Patman taking some nice forward positioning. Yuratan missing that shot, forces something back away, dashing away. Slows things down again for Paper X, and Yuratan happy to set himself up on the line 1 more time. Spam through the cloudburst, gets himself another, and sets Patman up for the success. The high-low works out this time for GE, and they are really putting Paper X under the pump right now.
Just beautiful onto the post plants. You put that question in mind, you know, it's all about what G does in the post plant. And clearly, you know, taking further space up towards heaven would have been the key. Not only that, just quickly getting a couple of shots through that cloudburst as well. I mean, always anticipating what Paper X's next move is going to be, where they're going to end up or show up off of
10 more for London, baby.
Slight timings, and it just works out so darn well right now. They're reading Paper X. Still though, gun saved up. Paper X tries to go back through.
Yeah, something this time delivering with the op to start the round off. There is a little bit of progression here though from Patman, and if that wall goes down, Patman should have a freebie, which he'll be happy to take. Paranoia forward through the door. Envy can't see much, but Patman does not push the issue. He cops a Paranoia now as well. This is all getting a little bit messy, but as the dust settles, 4v4, space still held here by Patman.
Oh my god, he goes for the TP!
And that's a big TP. There is nobody on C.
The wall will slow things down just a bit, which could bring the rotations quick enough for Paper X to get back into this fight.
I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Plan's going to go down. I mean, of course, the rotation will come through for Paper X, and they'll look for that retake, but GE are well set up in this post plan. Harvey's got the Nightfall as well to try to push them away if he wants to go for it, holding it.
But they're playing further back now. Jing would have to really slice up the site with his paint shells.
There's the Nightfall. And again, that starts to slow things down for Paper X, not to mention that kill onto Forsaken. Jing will push his way forward, and Envy is in there as well for a frag. It is just 1 remaining, and Patman inside the smoke is maybe a little too telegraphed as the Omen. So 3-3 will be the scoreline. It was a nifty trick from GE to pivot back over to C, but this time Paper X get it done.
Yeah, what worked out quite well for G before would have been some slight misdirection, but you call it very clearly, Jordan. This is a little bit too telegraphed. They saw where the Nightfall was coming from. They kind of knew where the rest of G were positioned. No one was holding some kind of a weird off angle, and that gave Paper X all the initiative that they needed just to launch themselves in the side. I mean, look at the movement from Jing, but also the paint shells. Everyone can push on through from waterfall angle as well, and that's more multiple angles that unfortunately keeps G on their toes, makes things really difficult. Oh, I love it. Both coaches crashing out.
What a cutoff. Would have loved to have heard what we would have said. after that. But here we go into round
Bro,
number
tomorrow,
7.
James.
Showstopper is a little bit too much for Autumn
Bro,
to deal
Jin is
with.
way too perfect with the
To
race.
be here though for GE. They are taking space. That shield wall will slow them down, but Udatan has... Ooh, he's kind of threaded the needle here a little bit. I wonder if Paper X are aware.
I've got your trail.
He might not be, but Seeker's going to show it off now. Meanwhile, something just continues to put up a wall with that up.
Yeah, a bit of a nothing round in the end, unfortunately, for GE, unless there's a big recovery to be had. Something with the op you would not think we'll be making a mistake here, so...
Just take their time with things, you know,
Bro,
sit
chat,
on
I
that
guess अपन
spike
को
like an
reset
egg.
करना चाहिए.
Well, again,
अपन को
another
reset
chance for
करना
maybe
चाहिए.
GE to just have a little bit of a
अपन
chat,
को
couple of
पूरा
rounds in a
frame
row,
वापस
things have
लाना
gone
चाहिए
pear
for the
shaped. You
reset.
don't need to push the issue here in the 2v5. It's very
Chair के साथ.
unlikely you're going to win this round, so use this as a quasi-tech
let's
pause.
reset, let's
Or
reset.
tech pause, I should say.
Yeah.
Let's reset. एक बार ही reset करते हैं.
Staying alert though, stay frosty in case
30
Paper X
seconds
does
left.
decide to swing out at some point. Maybe find some alt points. Yudotan
एक बार
very close
reset
to the
करते हैं.
overdrive, but either way, I mean, this is vintage Paper
शायद
X,
इससे हो
as
जाए.
Pilly would put it.
क्योंकि हम लोग की start
The
तो
way
ऐसी
that they
अच्छी हुई
love
थी ना.
to, you know, yeah, they're winning out defensive rounds just as the desk called, but it's oftentimes by pushing out on extremities. The rubble
एक बार
fight,
आप rest हो
something
जाओ,
with the op
साले.
out towards C. Not to
Like कर
mention
दो
the
stream
B
को, like
peaks
नहीं
as
किया
well,
तो.
this time more supported
और
by
subscribe
flashes
करो.
from Envy.
Nice
And
one.
Yudotan
See?
overdrive
See?
for Yudotan in the next round if they want it.
पनौती hair. हाँ, बाल भी कटवा लूँ अब मैं.
Round win, of course, for Paper X.
Yeah. Which you would think kind of would be another call to continue to slow down that pace. You can't be setting foot.
ये
too
देखो
early
उसका
on
ult
the
कितना
round, so the
perfect था
Paper
बे.
X are just looking
मैं
to
वही चीज.
explode on a dime. Outside rubble, outside mound. You never quite know.
Time out.
So,
Good idea.
being a little
Time
more
out, time out. See?
tactical off of the
Breather,
timeout
breather.
as well with
हाँ,
Frost
start अच्छा है chat.
finding
Start
his
अच्छा है. Start बुरा नहीं है. 4-3.
At the same time,
4-3
though, we gotta
उनका
keep in
map
mind
है.
the fact that having lost these rounds in a couple
अगर ये
of
Paper X
rows,
का map है मतलब Paper X के
GE
पास
will
कुछ
find
तो cooking है
themselves
heavy.
somewhat broke, maybe with a partial investment for the next round, but not too worse for wear. They should still be able to maybe play around it. Autumn could go
कल
for
वाली
an
T-shirt
orb,
लाओ.
got a kill somewhere, and that could give them a pretty strong post plant as well. But then again, you're just never quite certain what Paper X's next move is exactly going to be.
Paper X का
Bit of time
defense
for
strong है ना
Paper X
Lotus
to have a
पे.
chat as well, of course.
Paper
And
X का overall Lotus और
I don't
Pearl
know
ना
what I'd
chat
be saying here
बहुत
is I
अच्छा
think
है.
it's kind of
मतलब जैसे start of the
just
stream
keep it
मैंने
up,
बोला
boys.
था
You know, maybe a
कि
couple of mishaps earlier on
breeze
in this
anyhow
map,
जीतना
but
पड़ेगा
generally
अपन को
speaking, it's
क्योंकि
looked
आगे
pretty
के
good.
दो मैप थोड़े से टफ है.
Ops are continuing to be a problem for GE.
Paper X बहुत dominant है दोनों मैप्स पे.
Yeah, you sound like
पर
you'd be
Lotus
pretty
पे वो
good
लोग
at.
थोड़ा-थोड़ा हक भी देते हैं.
You don't even want to think about
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing at this point.
Man's enjoying his life.
Yeah, exactly.
कैमरा की
I
पोजीशन
mean,
चेंज कर दो एक बार.
where would you rather be?
Never know. Player's life seems pretty fun right now. Trying to play for
देखो
these
मिस किया
rounds.
something shot.
Operator
Oh,
shots.
but Paper X
Well,
3C
fast
खेल
play
रही
outside
है.
of C for both teams, and
Oh,
Envy
क्या
doubling
better
down.
switch.
but
Nice,
over
nice, good
Batman
trades, good
has
trades,
the
2v2.
response, and it is a quick exchange. 2-on-2 is where we'll find ourselves something. Just going to have to back away after that shot.
Flash
You
है अपने
have the
पास,
fast
flash
flank
है.
coming through from Forsaken. There's a wall though to stop him in his tracks.
Forsaken यहाँ पे wall TP तो मारेगा. Timing हो गया
Heard the
something के
step.
साथ.
He's backing away though, happy to play for the retake. The wall does get
Bro,
triggered.
बता दे aware कि Forsaken flank आ रहा है. No,
So
look
GE
at
will
Crystal,
be
look at
aware,
Crystal. He's aware, he's
roughly
aware.
speaking, of where Forsaken is coming from.
Yeah, trying to keep them interested while something repositions off elsewhere. But in all
Something
that
पे
time,
focus
Pat
करो.
can
Forsaken
continue
तो
to push
आते
further
रहेगा.
on as well.
No, he's
It's not
low.
an ideal
1v2
duel
for
for Crystal.
Pac-Man.
It gets a lot of damage down though onto Forsaken, and it's onto Pac-Man again. And again and again, we tell him he has been the consistent force for this GE lineup. We asked for some clutches in the last map. Here's a chance for
Ah,
one.
bro, something is good
Until
with the
something
blades.
says, no thank you
भी
very
damage
much.
hit नहीं हुआ
Paper X
उसको.
will get their 5th.
Yeah, it might have been on the same
Crystal
team
को
before,
उसका duel
brother,
जीतना था.
but not this
120
time
लगा
around.
Forsaken को.
Something wanting to be the best Russian in Pacific. Operator plays out with the Blade Storm when it's needed. And Paper X find themselves a pretty decent lead that could extend further as well. GE will be
अब ना
finding
eco आएगा क्या
themselves
chat? नहीं, eco
once
नहीं आएगा.
again with not the best economy at times. But
Paper
this
X का
round
plan
was just
अच्छा था,
quite the
G
big
के पास
explosion.
counter
The
था उसके लिए
exchanges
पर.
called it, but flashes on both sides, and
बाप रे, look at
Paper X
Autumn.
just continuing to swing out will find themselves
Before
at,
dying,
you know,
Autumn
some
gets two.
kind of a disadvantage. It was just very careful and methodical approach from Forsaken to be that big brain guy, you know, jump, spot out multiple times.
Upside down हो जाओ.
Keep GE on their
gonna be a
toes,
good
and they're
map.
starting to lose that composure
इसमें
a
मजा
bit
आएगा.
again.
It's been an all-out brawl, really.
4 out towards BC.
Ooh, that's
Nice Autumn.
really nice from Autumn. Just sort of missing a timing through the smoke and catching Forsaken off guard. Player advantage in this round for GE, but they are potentially walking
Paper
into
X
again a
वापस
big
3
setup
C
outside
चालू
of
करी
C
है
here
with
from
2
Paper X.
flashes.
You just never would expect Jing to be in this corner unless you clear it somehow.
Prowler's not gonna
बाप
go
रे,
quite deep
guys,
enough.
please don't go C.
I'm a bit
Guys,
concerned
please
here for
don't go
GE.
C,
Oh, and that's
guys.
exactly why. Jing for the double.
Bro, why are we
die
going
and
C?
Envy to help out. And just as soon as that round starts well, GE make the
Paper X
incorrect
के mid
call to
grinder
go
में जा रहे हैं
C.
हम लोग.
It's not a setup that they would have been too familiar with, despite Autumn's correct playings out towards A for now. Gonna have to be very careful, but it's a high-low on the other side.
I mean, it's not unwinnable for Autumn, but it's a real tough ask, especially if there's 3 players that are now going to be set up on this line, given his position is noted. And
Nice
Autumn
Autumn.
for one. Through the flash, something's going to go at him.
What?
There was
अभी shorty nerf होने के बाद ये नहीं कर सकता
chance. I
something.
mean, something survives on 6 HP. If he falls there, who knows what happens.
Shorty
but
nerf होने के बाद
nonetheless,
something ये नहीं कर
not
सकता.
to be for GE. 6-3. Paper X slowly mounting a comeback in this series.
अभी shotgun nerf जो आने वाला है
I
chat
gotta
उसमें
apologize
उसकी
for
गोलियां इधर उधर
my
जाएगी.
energy and my
ये
laugh.
तो हो ही नहीं सकता,
But it's just
possible ही नहीं है
the
ये.
most something thing to do. Not the most tactical play,
Stand
but
up.
he loves to just dive at his opponents out with a shorty like that. And even Autumn finds a bit of difficulty just trying to track his opponent at that point, but clearly very big trap setup outside of C for Paper X, and now they swap it over onto A site.
Big attempt outside of A this time. The Rubble fight not going well for GE. Something already chiming in with a double. And GE just don't seem to have the answers right here on Lotus. Noted that this was a very good map historically for Paper X, and we are getting that fact reinforced right in front of our eyes.
I mean, it really just is an entire
चले जाऊँ मैं.
symphony orchestrated by Alex.
मैं चले जाऊँ.
You know, the whole team, everyone has their part to play, and they just continue to do it on every portion of the map, outside of C, outside of A. And as long as they continue to land these shots, you know, silence G as soon as they step out. Even with the round-to-round reads, you're never quite sure how you're going to be able to stop this sort of momentum, how you're going to be able to stop this train. Flawless, and they go on through again. 3-2 split this time.
Toxin screen down.
No early fight to be had this time around. Again, forward positions being held both on A and on C for Paper X. It's going to take a lot of work for GE to get map control in this round.
Yeah, I really just want to slow things down. Work off of what you know. Paper X is going to extend at some point. Work off of the weaker utility that Paper X will find themselves with. Maybe closer towards the B site, but then again, that's where some of the Vise bits are set up. But they've kind of baited them out as well.
Something on the line. This time, connection doesn't go through. What a bit of pressure outside of C right now here for Paper X to be concerned about. Yudotan keen for it. Try and push his way forward. Still Garden invested as well. Forsaken holding on nicely. That is a little awkward. Again for GE, they just cannot find those entries. Can't find anything apparently at this point. Quite, this seems a foregone conclusion. Paper X kind of rolling GE at this point. Another one. 5 guns alive. Paper X having no problems on the defense now.
Reset.
With every round like this that goes by, Frost just continues to grow gray hairs.
Let's reset.
I mean, what on earth?
कोई बात नहीं,
Just
कोई
the
बात नहीं.
setup. It feels as though whatever
कोई
G
बात
did
नहीं, कोई बात
previously
नहीं.
on Breeze
Chill out. Calm down, everyone. It's their map. Calm down.
Paper X are
कोई बात नहीं.
just
मैंने
fiery
expectation
with
भी
this
नहीं
sort of
रखी थी
plays,
ये map
you know,
जीतने के
every
लिए.
single round, they're coming down at your opponent's throats, down Patman's throat, and he's just not able to
उनका
respond.
बहुत अच्छा है ये
Every
map.
time they tried that entry,
Calm down.
even with the ults over on the C side, Paper X fend them off.
Running back. Last round. On the half here. As GE will try and salvage something. Again, it'll try to be towards that C site. Autumn causing a bit of a ruckus over towards A, keeping at least something honest. Shearwall hasn't been broken yet either. Yudatan maybe having a bit of a look for it. Oh, there's just nothing in this at
यार ये
all
लोग
for
सी
GE.
पे ही बस पिस जा रहे हैं यार.
Bamboozled again by
Oh my
Paper X. They
God.
barely even get to shoot back.
Just on him.
Oh, it's
कोई बात नहीं 9-3.
they're getting owned. They are getting owned right now.
It is flawless to flawless. You can kind of see, what they're trying to do, right? Set up towards B, announce their presence a little bit, get Paper X kind of curious, perhaps, and then, end up over to the C side as their final port of call. But
yeah,
when you're operating with this
कोई
sort
बात
of
नहीं है, कोई बात
mindset,
नहीं है दोस्तों.
and Paper X have
इन
their
लोग ने
own
बहुत
flow
बार
state,
सी गए यार.
discomfortable, they wanna
Paper
go for
X
those opening
Paper
picks.
X multiple times सी पे स्टैक खेल रही है या कोई प्ले बना रही है.
Are so enclosed.
एंड माउंट के पीछे वाले साइड का कोई इन्फो नहीं है अपन को. अपन को माउंट के सामने वाले साइड का इन्फो है.
With the flashes, you got Divine Vise with the flashes outside of C as well, and every single fight that Paper X tends to take.
समथिंग को अवॉइड करने के चक्कर में हम लोग थोड़ा सा तो दे बैठे हैं. समझ रहे हो, ये हो रहा है बस और कुछ नहीं.
Go off of on the attacking side this time around. It's unfortunate but very true. So a whitewash is what it will be as we swap sides over on with GE over onto the defense. Hopefully you're thinking this Vice is going to do something. They had the deadlock previously, as the desk was talking about, but when this double duelist is looking this good, something, we got Jing as well. It just feels like it's inevitable.
Well, I think the thing is, I wouldn't want to get too worried about this position as GE right now. You're not really technically supposed to win here on Lotus, right? You have to keep that mindset as well, knowing, okay, we've got a third map, we've got Pearl. Yeah, we might get a little bit owned on this map. That's okay.
कास्टर्स को हटाओ, जब बायस कास्टिंग करते हैं. हाँ यार, थोड़ी सी तो लगती है
What are
मेरे
we
को
going to
भी.
do to close this series out on Pearl? So even
मेरे को भी
if this
लगती है
is
थोड़ी सी तो भाई.
not going to come together for GE on this map, which it doesn't look like it will, you still try to take some positives away from the situation. See if they can at least cause a bit of a ruckus, make Paper X work for this map, or if it will be an easy cleanup. I think it might be the latter, as
well,
Davai and Jing just find two easy.
They're shooting
entries toward
super
A.
good, chat.
You're kidding me. He was on an elevated angle. Paper X still lands that shot. Just incredible.
हाँ क्या बात कर रहा है मेरे भाई.
Rotate to come through for GE.
Elevated angle था फिर भी Paper X ने मार दिया. Wow, bro.
Happy days at all.
Insane, huh?
Kind of maybe set some sounds towards the door. Okay.
Ooh, hang on. Forsaken almost gives away his life there. Obviously, Davai does give
3-4.
away his life. Maybe there's still something in this one for GE. Yudatan on the cross. Cops a lot of damage.
What?
Autumn helps him out with a headshot onto
Really
Envy. Now
nice
Crystal
Crystal.
into the kill feed as well. Wait just a
Nice
minute.
one.
GE are still
2v1.
coming back into the swing of things. They don't know where Jing is, though. And he's pretty healthy. 1v1. Jing
Nice
can't get it
shot.
done. Autumn saves the day. And Global will take the second half pistol.
To put themselves back within range, 4-9, sure, but any round you would be happy to take it right now. The player from down under, and he does it with the rest of the team. I mean, this is masterclass.
भाई Crystal ने बहुत important kill
Start
निकाला
off
उधर.
with some really risky positions and plays, but
ओए नीचे गिरते
if you
गिरते
don't
shot
take the
connect
risk,
हुआ.
then it doesn't really work out at all. And thankfully,
Oh, sorry,
Yudatan
Autumn
finds a
था,
shot
my
off of
bad.
it. They start to make some noise with the slide by. Crystal finds his timing off the peaks, and Autumn gets
Wow,
it all the way
clean,
across
bro.
the finishing line at
Round
the
by
end.
round, yep.
Got to maintain that composure all the way through towards the end.
That's my question as well, but I'm just not allowed to say that because I have to be professional.
अब क्या हुई?
Sure.
Davai though, good start there on the Patman.
Marshals.
Might not be done just yet here for GE. They feel like they're back in it.
Nice.
Autumn certainly
Autumn is on.
the one that is
Harvey
a
नहीं चल रही
proponent of
map.
that, clutching the last round, pulling back those 2 kills in this. And we're back to 4-on-3, and that starts to lower the blood pressure a little bit for GE.
Paper X though, still in this fight. We'll have some marshals to kind of play with.
Something
उसने
around
outlaw
the corner
लिया.
here. landing a whole lot just yet, and that is making it difficult for Paper X to have any inroads. There's obviously some damage down. Autumn wants to get back out to safety, but can't escape.
बेचारा Autumn fight कर रहा था. Wait, यार, chat is a 3v3.
Now.
I can't believe that works.
हमारे दो player एक shot है.
Dragged GE into a firefight. It's aim duels, and the Marshals kind of have it with very careful counter strafes. Oh God, Autumn.
Oh, dear.
Something
just getting his timing off there.
Connect हो जाएगा for second का.
Essentially elephant feeding it around through middle.
Yeah, always needing to get that spike down at the end of the day, and that's going to be quite the advantage for GE to play with.
Outlet investment is worth it here.
GE on their way back
बहुत लोग 125 पे खेलते हैं ना by round
15 seconds. They are going to be able to challenge this even before the spike plant. So Crystal
Clean.
finishes off himself. Nice 3K in the round. GE are back in it.
And that's what you love about this roster. Everyone with a different bit of value. And Crystal's going to prove to be that cool, level-headed guy. Just playing off of the right position, listening for audio
Perfect
cues,
singer use.
off that information very well. It almost got dicey, but thanks to this trifecta that Crystal finds at the end with that Spectre,
we need this buy round.
kind of brings things back.
That's what you were thinking.
क्या बोला? क्या बोला Alex ने
We
सुने?
always do. We try.
Well, Jing just goes this time.
हाँ लो गया आप गया Jing अब बोलो.
So immediately Paper X in on the offense. They haven't committed to this C push just yet, and that's a good thing. Door gets opened up, and that'll be a mistake for Harvey. Paranoia as well, pushing the extra player away. Udotan is done so. And Autumn, not quite cleared, but eventually found by Jing in the end. Round is looking pretty donezo here for GE.
ठीक है.
Just as you start to
डेंट मार सकता है उनके ऊपर बहुत बड़ा.
GE in the second half.
एक और एक kill मारता है तो अच्छा डेंट मारेगा.
Paper X bounce back straight away, and they're about to hit double digits unless Crystal does something pretty impressive right here.
कि Crystal उधर से गया है. Nice.
I mean, it's a start. It was messy, but it's a start.
ज़्यादा ही भर दिया.
Timer's still going to be ticking though, and he's always going to be concerned about, what's happening at the forefront.
If nothing else, it's another stack toward that steel garden.
Everyone's having a little bit of fun with it. Some murmurs across the crowd, but either way, Crystal is just way too low, and the timer always working against him. Might be able to find some extra kills.
वो chat इसका gun buddy कहाँ है?
Just die and get the ultimate either way.
ये skin का gun buddy कहाँ पे लगा है?
Consolation prize, but nonetheless, always one
Bonus
of these Paper X rounds still.
2 kill मिली अपन को.
W gaming style every step of the way. Just turn that dial up to an 11, and it's a full force rush down C site, continuing to check towards the back as well.
बेचारा Jing word review करेगा तो भरा गया है वो.
And by that point, it's just numbers advantage. Every single duel being won out. And that's kind of where
जो latest आई थी
GE
कुरनामी के पहले.
heads screwed on as well. 5-10. We still have Pearl in the over horizon.
क्या फर्क पड़ता है? बोनस था.
Early smoke out. We'll keep Paper X at bay, out of rubble for now. It's a good setup for GE. Happy to hold on to that space.
Paper X does kind of slow things down as well, though. Just trying to read G's setup. Bit of a prowler out towards A main. Will
ये पे अच्छा setup है
give
अपना.
note that A Rebel might be somewhat more dirty.
Paper X I guess थोड़ा सा C fake करेगी फिर A hit करेगी.
For GE, Crystal has a steel guard and he's giving up so much space up front of C.
They're faking C.
And
पर अपने A के बंदे rotate नहीं कर रहे
slow
हैं.
things down a lot further. So if Paper X does decide to step
Never
through,
mind, bro.
everyone just pivots across. Unless
वो लोग
somehow
commit
the
करने
Vion
को
alert
decide कर रहे
finds
हैं.
more damage. This still has G written over the round.
Paper X are out nicely.
लेकिन तो उनके player model देख के उनका ही plan नहीं समझ में आ रहा कि ये क्या करना चाह रहे हैं.
Patman not even on his way just yet, but he'll have to make his way over soon. Plant is going down.
Crystal belt है.
Line forward, Forsaken
वरना
wants
नहीं,
to
nice
take the
Crystal.
fight to GE, and that turns out to be a mistake. Getting a little bit overzealous.
यार उनको bend पे जगह मिली है.
Defensive steel garden as well. That's going to push Paper X back away into the back of sight. Showstopper to retake that space. It's nicely timed from Jing. Davai in there for one as well, but there is still at least a response from GE, and they are holding strong for now. That timer starting to tick though. becoming a real problem for them. Davai finishes off one, Jing another. The crossfire established is too good this time. PaperX up to 11, and Pearl is looking inevitable.
Yeah, no freaking way that this happens, man. Clear retake setup, and PaperX still dismantle it almost with ease.
भाई मेरे को जानने का है flank कैसे मर गया अपना?
But it gives them information as to what G's plans are. And at that
वो
point,
दवाई
Device
ने
wise to a potential flank, takes down Pat, has to steal guard, and comes back through to support his brothers in the front.
कैसे expect किया दवाई
Pearl
उसको?
is definitely where you want to look to now, because it feels as though this map is done.
Next map क्या है? Pearl.
Give us your
Next map बड़ा map है.
This is going to be PaperX's.
मैंने बोला था ना Lotus पे
Certainly
PaperX
seems that
बहुत
way.
अच्छी है.
Crystal, we'll see if he has anything to say about it, but no connections. So he'll be rolled over.
और Pearl पे भी
Davai
अच्छी
happy
है
to
भाई,
take the
वो
2-on-1 is
shot
potentially a little bit overzealous.
कोई
for
बात
him,
नहीं,
to be
कोई बात
fair.
नहीं.
Not sure that was
दोस्तों
necessary.
एकदम chill माहौल है. Pearl पे खेलेंगे, बढ़िया खेलेंगे.
Creeping up behind as well. Playing around smokes, Pat.
ये अपना मैप था ही नहीं.
Not going to find anything. So, pretty comfortable affair for PaperX in this round so far. Pretty comfortable affair on the map, to be fair.
That swing. Every angle that PaperX is taking right now, they're always so ready to shoot.
Bro, सबका last में मतलब last map जितने लोग ने shoot किया था उन लोग का game खराब ही जा रहा है अभी तक.
Nightfall as well, but again,
अभी तक जो best देखा है हमने वो Crystal और Autumn की shooting देखी है.
Think about saving, but then
उसके
at
अलावा
that point
तीनों
you're
लोग
playing off of map
कुछ
point
उतना
every
खास
step.
shoot नहीं कर रहे.
So, pick your poison.
2v1. Is it unwinnable for Harvey? Ooh, with a high-low setup like that, you'd say probably it is. Flash is going to go over. He's got another one here as well. But in that meanwhile, ooh, I was going to say something goes down, maybe. Not the case this time. 12 for PaperX. One round away from closing it out and pushing us through to Pearl.
Does make it damn close. Yeah, you're thinking 5-7's really, really tough, but it is still GE, and they are
Neon के साथ fade
quite
सही है.
capable.
Breach सही
Ultimates
है.
in their pockets, and they could still
नहीं breach वैसे
try to
दोनों
find
के
some
साथ
way
सही
around it, but PaperX
Raise Jet type combos में Sky better होता है क्योंकि flashing light आप guide कर
streamline
सकते
on the
हो.
attack. I mean, we see so many
Batman needs
rounds
to
where
lock
it's
in.
like
Next map,
flawless
next map.
wins,
Chat, calm down. It's
or
okay.
just being able to set up post.
ये done है, ये map done है.
Reads. Now it's something with the operator. Ooh.
Nice shot, Pat.
Hang on.
Bro, but
Good
still
start
उसको
there
foot
for
पे लगा. हाँ?
Patman. GE are not going to give up this fight easily. Davai does a good job of pulling out that Vice util on B.
Autumn going to be the main obstacle, though, with that pit in mind.
A few opportunities here for Yutatan. Not being converted eventually does get the better of Davai. Luckily, just in time to escape as
वो
well.
gun skin बिल्कुल अच्छी नहीं है.
Come back onto the line with an operator, but misses that
Top
shot.
connect नहीं हुई. Nice Pat.
Continuing to put in the work.
क्या बात है,
GE
क्या बात है.
slowly picking PaperX.
Confidence gain हो जाए, थोड़ा momentum मिल जाए कि हाँ हम आखिरी में shoot
Kind of like
किए.
that, though. Sneaky little TP, you know, out in the
यार
open,
Pearl
things
पे
are
जो
going
कल
off,
वाला
but there are
comp है ना
always
पर
gonna be
दोस्तों,
trades for GE, but
वो
still
कल वाला
some
comp
crafty
थोड़ा सा
plays, but at
tension
the
है
same
उसमें
time,
मेरे को.
Yudotan taking that duel head on, head first, setting up outside of lobby. This is that GE that you love to see. This puts respect on their name, because despite being down 5-12, they still have what it takes to keep going further. And it honestly inspires me as we think about what could be happening.
Pearl
with Pearl.
tension map.
They
Yep,
did play
exactly.
against RQ yesterday, and they
Pearl
had
पे
their
beat ही
time
होगा.
with that one. PaperX, on the other hand, also pretty strong.
TL out,
So
नहीं TL lower bracket.
always felt like this goes down to the wire, and it's very possible for GE potentially in first
TL will be
history.
fighting BBL, नहीं M8 M8
Dub.
Yeah, I mean, I think no matter what the result
tomorrow
is today, GE have impressed in these playoffs so far already. Taking a map off of PaperX, obviously the win yesterday. Obviously, there's the lower bracket as well to think about, and I think the way that we're looking at GE right now,
last time
they are a real
चला था.
chance. Even if they
कल
do go
चला
down
है,
to
कल
that
अपना
lower
सब
bracket,
कुछ
I think
बढ़िया
they
रहा
can make
है.
a lower bracket run for sure.
Guaranteed.
But there may not be even
वो
that
TP
requirement.
करने को क्या देख रहा है?
Maybe not. We'll see. 6 rounds before I reach OT. I'm not truly a believer yet. PaperX kind of broke though, but it's still the Blade Storm, and they're looking to launch an assault into A.
Yeah, they're not being too quiet about it, and they're certainly not being too slow about it either. Yuta happy though with that door open to just set up with the scope on this line, and PaperX not going to challenge it just yet. Prowler, oh that's so good. Or rather, the dog even getting the info. Got the Seekers as well, trying to really dig out the positioning of GE on this site. Patman will be deleted. 2 entries for PaperX, but the response is swift from Yutatan, who's got that overdrive on lock. A couple of missed shots from something, and Yutatan survives. Plant down.
Trying to reposition around it, though. We've seen this work out so well for them before. A sudden peek, and you never know what could happen.
Timing important, I think, for Crystal in making his location known. Jing hunting with that showstopper. Hasn't found anybody behind that wall. Nicely done from GE, but they're still not able to survive. Yutatan down, something picking that one up. Envy as well, finding Autumn, and Crystal's position now known. He's been smoked off, but he's hit himself a double, keeping GE in the fight. He's got no idea where Envy is, though. And that will be to his detriment. It will be the end of the map. 13-6. PaperX will finish it off.
What about
and take us all the way to Pearl.
Hell of a banger. And those were the exact same positions that they all played.
It's okay, Chad. Calm down. We got this. It's our game.
Space this time with that showstopper. And also operator movement just really slow and unfortunate for Yudotan, but nonetheless a very valiant attempt ending with a final scoreline of 13-6.
Last time PaperX बहुत dominant थी यार Pearl पे. Their attack was so good. नहीं, attack नहीं. Defense. ऑलराइट, थोड़ी सी पढ़ाई कर लेते हैं. पर्ल देखते हैं, रुको PaperX का. हम लोग ने यार इट्स दैट गुड. जी के अगेंस्ट ही खेला है लास्ट टाइम. क्या था उनका? अटैक था या डिफेंस था? अब समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा मेरे को, ये अटैक था या डिफेंस था. डिफेंस था. जी अटैक में एक भी राउंड नहीं ली थी यार. ठीक है, तो कल का जो अपना कॉम्प स्विच था, चैट, उसके हिसाब से क्या हम अटैक जीतेंगे अच्छे से? ठीक है, अपना भी डिसेंट ही है. पर्ल 6-7 गए थे, 6 डिफेंस 7 अटैक. ओए, ये कॉम्प से ऑटम शूट किया था क्या फिनिक्स पे? काइंड ऑफ शूट किया था लास्ट टाइम. ये वाले कॉम्प से अच्छा तो ये कॉम्प लग रहा है. तेहो फेड एस्ट्रा नियॉन चेम्बर. तेहो फेड एस्ट्रा केजे फिनिक्स नियॉन एस्ट्रा फेड. हारेगी तो बाहर नहीं भाई, लोअर ब्रैकेट है. अगर ये आ रहे तो आउट है. नहीं. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं है. आई गेस ये वाला कॉम्प ज़्यादा ही अच्छा है यार फिर तो इससे, क्योंकि ये वाले मैप में सिर्फ पैटमैन डोमिनेट किया था, उसकी बदौलत हम 8 राउंड निकाले थे. पैटमैन बहुत अच्छा खेला था, बहुत क्रूशियल पिक्स और राउंड्स लाके दिया था उसने, तो इसीलिए 8 राउंड थे. ब्रो 0 राउंड. 8-4 हाफ से 13-8. ठीक है, उससे 13-10. ये तो अच्छा डिफरेंस है. कल भी बहुत चीजें लैक किए थे. आई होप ब्रो आज पर्ल में रेडी हो गए. थैंक यू फॉर द 1 मंथ कुनाल भाई. PaperX पर्ल इज गुड. ये आई नो.
have felt as a group, so I think it makes sense that now the backs are against the wall a little bit. PaperX are able to
हारे तो आउट नहीं, लेकिन जीते तो क्वालिफाई हो जाएंगे. Yep.
It really is their home ground.
भाई यार देखो, अगर आज हारते हैं ना दोस्तों, तो हमें दो मैचेस लगेंगे क्वालिफाई होने के लिए. समझ रहे हो? आज अगर हम हार जाते हैं तो हमको राउंड 2 भी जीतना पड़ेगा, राउंड 3 भी जीतना पड़ेगा. ये दोनों जीतेंगे तब जाके हम यहाँ पहुँचेंगे, और हम यहाँ पे क्वालिफाई हो चुके होंगे ऑलरेडी. पर उससे पता है तुमको दिक्कत क्या है? कि यहाँ पे ना लोअर ब्रैकेट में क्या हो जाता है पता है बीटी, कि हम यहाँ तो आ जाएंगे, ठीक है, मतलब यहाँ तो आ जाएंगे, चलो यहाँ पे हमको फुल सेंस मिलती है. फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पे ये वाला जीत जाएंगे, DFM RRQ है, ये दोनों को हरा सकते हैं। ये जीत गए तो यहाँ आएंगे। यहाँ पे सबसे स्ट्रॉन्ग टीम रहेगी फुल सेंस, क्योंकि T1 फुल सेंस में T1 डिफ्स फुल सेंस एनी डे। मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ T1 100% क्वालिफाई हो गई लंदन के लिए। अब तो अब चाहिए कि हम फुल सेंस को हराएं तो हम यहाँ आएंगे, जो कि टफ रहेगा। उससे ज्यादा आसान है कि पेपर एक्स को अभी एक मैप हरा के क्वालिफाई हो जाओ।
You win the pistol and everyone's on a high. You're thinking, okay, we've started this game off well. Maybe we can get the 2-0. You're already starting to think like, okay, is this upset coming together? We played so well on Breeze.
Oh wait, hold up, हाँ यार।
On the anti-eco and your attack half
अगर
starts
सही
in
में
the
ये
dirt,
रियलाइज
it's a
किया जाए तो
big swing of energy that,
फर्स्ट
you know,
मैप
unfortunately
he
got
was
away from GE, and
12-17
then we
bro,
saw
-5 था
Paper
वो।
Rex just do what they often do on the defensive
सेकंड
side
मैप
here.
he was
Yeah, it was a huge
7-16
breakdown
lock
from
in
either
brother,
team
we
there,
need
and Qualification
this,
winning that out led to a lot of success of
we
their
need
chat
this,
plays
lock
on
in।
Yeah, I mean, you know, you win that round 2 and they turn it into a 9.
ऑलराइट चैट, क्या आप लोगों को देखना है मैं अपने दूसरे अकाउंट का नाइट मार्केट खोलूं? क्या आप लोगों को देखना है? क्योंकि पहले अकाउंट का नाइट मार्केट मैंने इंस्टाग्राम पे डाल दिया है, जिनको भी देखना है वो वाला नाइट मार्केट एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क इंस्टा पे जाके देख सकते हो। रुको मेरे को लॉग इन करने दो। दूसरे अकाउंट में अगर कुछ अच्छा आया नाइट मार्केट में ना, तो मैं तो सोच रहा हूँ कि एक बार ले लेते हैं। हाँ, एक बार ले लेते हैं भाई। पैटमैन लास्ट टाइम हम लोग मतलब लास्ट टाइम जब जी डोमिनेंट थी तब भी पैटमैन शूट कर रहा था। आज भी चाहिए अपन को कि आज पैटमैन शूट करे भाई, बस हो जाए, मज़ा आ जाए, थोड़ा मज़ा सा आ जाए यार। लास्ट मैप शूट कर जा भाई, शूट कर जाए लास्ट मैप।
Insane in this matchup. We couldn't even include the match earlier on in the group stage as well, but he's been phenomenal against his old team there. But in map 1 and 2 today, he's been very slow.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just the best player on GE.
Fnatic
but
match
Patman.
win, Fnatic
Go back
match,
and look at the stats, guys.
11:30
Against Paper Rex, Patman is the best player in the server.
Yes.
He's topping all of the stats from the players on PRX, often in
इस बार का
series
तो बहुत
losses
शिट है नाइट मार्केट।
versus
आप लोगों
Paper
का
Rex
नाइट
against
मार्केट
his
कैसा आया? चैट 1 to 10 में रेट करो अपना नाइट मार्केट। नौ घंटे का मेरे को ओह माय गॉड। अच्छा मैं ये क्या बोलते हैं वाईफाई चला गया था। 6 -1 2 2 गोल्ड 1 पिंक। सोवरेन गार्डियन, रिकॉन गार्डियन, हाँ गार्डियन स्किल ले लेता हूं मैं, गार्डियन स्किल ले लेता हूं। वाओ, सिंगुलैरिटी शेरिफ आई है। Give me a good knife, give me a good knife, I'll buy the knife, give me a good knife. But there's not even a skin. Not even a skin, chat. कार्डबोर्ड पकड़ा दिया मेरे को। वही 42% डिस्काउंट में ये दिया। वाह चैट, बिना स्किन वाले अकाउंट में मेरे को एक ये स्किन ले लूंगा तो मजा आ जाएगा क्या? ऐसा लगेगा कि वाव प्लेयर। एनीवेज, इससे अच्छा तो बैटल पास है।
GE team once already on Pearl. I think it's more global for me that wanted to get
Anyways,
a
we're
sense.
ready for Pearl,
I
baby.
mean, potentially, they played Veto
5
Chicken
minute
with him,
craft
which
kinda
is
night.
very much vintage Frost, and I
Yes.
think that his kind of attitude, and I think the attitude of the coaching staff is
थोड़ा
maybe
match
they
भी
do
होता
have
है
a good
default skin
ascent.
से, हाँ
It
ना?
does help their Vetos later on.
मेरे
and
अकाउंट
they
पे क्या
kind
आया
of talked
Instagram
about
पे
going
देख
into
लो।
this series as, look, if we win it, great. We often lose against Paper X. Let's just play the
Ember
best
Clado
series of
से
Valorant. So I
बहुत
think it's
आया
kind of
है,
a
ऐसा है
win-win
क्या?
for Frost either way. If it does make it in as the
Pearl
third map
किसका
in this
pick है?
series,
Pearl decider
it's
है,
kind
किसी
of
का
less
pick नहीं है
prep
वो।
for both of these teams, and I think the more prepped, more played maps
Decider
should
में
favor
किसी का
Paper
pick
X
नहीं
being
होता
the favorites by and large, should often win this matchup. But also, look, let's say they lose this matchup again, which I think most people would expect them to, based on the history in the past. You leave Ascent in the veto, that's going to potentially help GE and Frost in their later series in there, showing some willingness to play. Ascent will potentially influence the bans of some other teams that might play them down the line.
Yeah, no, that's a really fantastic point there. So I think going into Pearl will still be very exciting. And we were talking about the experience Paper has on Pearl is immense. Of course, the Phoenix. We saw them against DFM with the Phoenix on Pearl last year.
Okay,
very
6-7 win percentage.
I love how we just we connected there. Our brains connected. I associated Pearl with oh my god, this team is amazing, or this is the lowest moment we've ever seen from this team, and nothing in particular. Nothing in between. Sorry.
But plenty of experience either way. With. Anyway, sorry, but the Phoenix this year is looking a little bit better.
Yes, it's been very good for them so far, but I do think we've seen highs and lows from both teams on this map. For me, in a qualification game like this, map 3, it all on the line. This is where pressure.
All right, we're ready.
This Pearl map is heading straight to Masters London, people. It's about who wants it more in the moment. It's about who is more composed.
And there you go, Global Esports built back themselves with the double duelist, the only map they're playing versus PaperX playing their own double duelist comp. Neon versus the Jet. You do have Killjoy up against Vice as well. So just the choice of the duelist and Sentinels for either team.
I think Devi can do a lot of work, especially when he gets onto that defender half against Neon and Phoenix. They both have to run through that wall and the Razorvine, so it's all about who wants it more for me. The winner of this goes to Masters London, people.
That's right. PaperX was once known as the misfits of Pacific, but I think that crown now goes to Global Esports, and they are this close to qualifying for Masters London. Let's send it back to our casters, Alfish Guy and Quack, for the very first Masters London qualified team.
Well, you might call them misfits. I want to give them the title of usurpers of the Kings, potentially. We'll have to find out whether or not that will be the case. Is it fair to say PaperX are the Kings of Pacific, though?
I think it's fair, just given their performance
PaperX,
on the group stage so far.
Kings of Pacific तो मैं बोलूँगा भाई. PaperX को भी नहीं.
Yeah, and that's where maybe
currently T1 का form वैसा है.
That is going to be the agenda today for Global Esports on this third and final map of the series. The last one that will decide which of that first qualification spot through to London from Pacific.
Big stakes, big responsibility as well. PaperX looking to march their soldiers down, possibly into A main. Very big, juicy alt orb in this position. We saw it yesterday. How many times did Autumn kind of push up towards that position? This time around, though, different approach.
इस बार अपन defense चालू किए फिर
just to be able to pivot towards either side at a
PaperX इस बार किस कोई अलग ही plan के साथ ready है.
Taking their time with things as well. You don't see this too often from both sides.
Yeah, PaperX just
last time उनका attack खराब था.
Absolutely nothing. There is zero info on the map right now for Global.
G3 mid खेल रही है.
No idea what PaperX are up to. That Prowler won't spot too much out. Patman keen to have a bit of a peek there. Wisely not opting to go for the orb. I think
4 on side. Instantly 4 on side.
Might be stopped in their tracks outside of A right here. Smoke goes up and they are not keen to go through it.
Yeah, but that's util baited out.
इतने में B control ले लेना चाहिए था यार.
All the way back into the B site, and that's exactly the game that has been played between these two
PaperX
teams.
ने देखो mark किया B.
Mastered full tempo being played by Breeze, by Global on Breeze. Map 2, just PaperX being so aggressive. Now PaperX is starting to learn to that.
Already आ गया.
They look to launch themselves down B long.
Oh, Harvey's going to need a bit of help here. He's got 5 PaperX players headed in his direction and just gets deleted straight off the bat by Yuki. There was nobody there to help him out. Yudatan's been spotted as well in the back hall. Here comes the flood though through for
Nice
GE.
Crystal, nice Autumn, nice Crystal, nice Autumn.
Crystal and Autumn finding the double each.
15 seconds.
1v3 for Davai.
This is impossible, surely.
10 seconds left.
Yep, good pistol, good pistol, good pistol. Nice.
The double, actually, as it were.
Just incredible swing.
भाई पैटमैन कैसे कूद के बाहर आया बे?
His teammates. Just quick, fast flood, and I think that was always G's game plan in mind. That's why they were kind of sticking or hovering around middle. As soon as they heard, all right, Javi's taking contact, let's sprint across. As soon as PaperX tries to get settled in, they couldn't do that for too long because that swing was there. And flashes, yeah, Crystal going across. Sitting up towards back hall as well. It's just fantastic shots in the hottest of zones. The next round comes up and you've got the buys then. PaperX though. It's Devi on the Sheriff.
Got to make sure you don't drop this round though, GE. This is A similar situation to what we saw for them in the previous map. And they did kind of fumble against the second round. It's not that much of an investment, obviously, for Paper X, but a couple of good shots in here, maybe from Davai with that Sheriff. Could really be the difference maker.
Paper X fine G day one.
At least A-main presence, quite notable. Hiding around it, spotting out Paper X players, maybe finding a numbers advantage off or just to hover back.
अबे लोग को से आर्ट कंट्रोल मिल गया हाँ ज़्यादा दिक्कत नहीं हुई आर्ट कंट्रोल के लिए
They've pulled that rotate over to AGE. 3 players on this site. Still something could happen.
देखो Paper X was A split हो सकता है nice.
Now Forsaken will be the benefactor of a bullet to the head.
Nice.
Patman doubling down.
Huh?
Very much wanting to see a little bit more out of Patman in this series. That was a big narrative that was built at the start of the day and reinforced on the desk just now.
Something ने 1 HP कर दिया
Not
Patman
necessarily
को.
missing, but hasn't been up to his
Nice,
usual
good start,
scratch.
good start, good start.
And if he comes alive here in this third map, that could be the win
Phoenix
con
बहुत
for
pick rate
GE.
है इसके बाद अल्ट और बढ़ने वाले लग रहा है 100%.
Just
लोग spam कर रहे हैं भाई Phoenix का अल्ट.
Settle into his shots. And that's going to be that component.
6 अल्ट और मतलब बहुत कम होते हैं. अभी स्टैंडर्ड गेम का 7 हो गया है यार.
Or 4 out of 5.
Maybe वो 6 से उसको 8 कर दें.
But getting this second one just means
7
we
भी
can
नहीं.
take it that extra step further. Yep. Paper X though, now with the guns in, maybe starting to get that rush around A side.
If they win, they are qualified for London.
Outside of A, but I'm not sure they're going to be allowed into A itself.
देखो उसका अल्ट आ भी है.
Sheriff, shots fired across. Paper X never had any
Autumn का
intention of
कितने में?
selling
Autumn
there.
का भी एक और में
It's
अल्ट
just
है.
Javi now, and we have what is very
बाप रे,
similar to
Javi
the
वापस
pistol
से अपना
round. Still
forward
though,
खेल रहा है.
what's that read from GE going to be? Javi peeks
Nah, bro,
his head
Forsaken
across
is ready
and
for that.
might-
Oi. You want to get out of there pretty quick, Smart. And he's out.
Nice. Smoked off as well. So
5
maybe some
man B
rotations
hit.
brought over, and you can kind of go back to a 3-1-1 with Crystal being nearby. Still might be able to fast flood back in, and that could be bonus on the cards. Paper X, not too much utility left.
Yeah, it's another good read for GE. They've got the forces in this direction. Yuratan needs a big start, and he gets it onto Jing. Trouble is, Jing's still alive, and Forsaken's found the 2K on the entry.
Autumn पे अल्ट है.
So once again, it's worked out okay for Paper X.
अल्ट कर दे दोस्त.
Autumn will try to play spoiler with a curveball as he dashes his way out onto the site, but to no avail.
बाहर ऐसा अल्ट देखा.
We'll have another chance at
Nice!
it, and Batman also chiming in the meanwhile. Now the 1v2 required. Autumn hit a nice flash there, but doesn't capitalize on it. Jing,
Nice!
ball.
One more, baby, one more. Piche
Autumn
dekh,
could
piche
do it
dekh.
again. Forsaken is in the back halls, not spotted. Now seen, tap on the defuse. Time of the essence for Autumn, and cannot get it done. Too many options available to Forsaken, and Autumn can't match them all.
Good bonus, bhai.
And that's that difference that Paper X brings to the factor. Just having that clutch gene in them. They've been in these situations before. They've had
भाई
so many
Forsaken पहले
international
शूट किया
appearances
तो
as
Autumn
well.
उसकी तरफ
GE are
react भी
hungry
नहीं
for
किया.
their first. It comes
क्या उसको
down
आवाज
to
नहीं
these
आ रही
little
है?
minute differences. They tried to fast flood back in, but Forsaken just puts up a massive performance, being able
कुछ
to
तो
swing
हुआ ना,
around
Chad?
his crosshair, despite the right reads from GE. The next round comes up, and well, they'll be able to buy back in. Outlaw could go huge.
Right, link control. Faking the link
It's
control.
an A-main fight for now.
Davai, not sure you want to go through
nice.
that. 3 players on the other side. It's not a happy finish to the peak there for
वो
Davai.
तीन लोग के पास light shields
He
है.
will be pleased with the proceedings though, but
B
they
split
have
हो
to
गया
scramble their way
अभी
back
Paper
over
X
to
का.
B.
That was always the way they kind of struggled with the retake a little bit, but this time around, full flashes, just no real smokes at the moment. They could be
पांचों का
going
retake आ रहा है
soon,
CT से.
especially with Yudotan.
Should be some nice flashes out
तो
here
है
from
फिर.
Autumn as well. The angles really allowing for those curveballs
भाई
to
ये
do
something
some
बहुत
real
weird
work.
ass position पे खेल रहा है.
There's a
Nice.
fast flank coming through for Paper X
Oh!
as well, so GE needs to be
Nice,
clean
Adi,
on this
good
entry, and so far, it's anything
Nice,
but.
good
2 for
trade,
2
nice.
is definitely a factor, but
1v3.
Forsaken will come into play on that flank, bring it back to the 2-4-1. What? That's an early
my God,
investment from
Forsaken.
Patman, which
Oh,
was very
बचा
nearly
लिया.
required. In the end, it was
बाप
down
रे.
to the 1v1. But GE have got it done, and you can just see how important these rounds are for GE early on in this map.
Right, cement that strong lead. You're 3-1 now, and that could go off even
Chalta,
further,
chalta.
depending on how Paper X's economy looks, which is, to be honest, not too great. I mean,
Chal,
Nightfall and
commit
everything,
kiya,
but that
दिक्कत
kind
हो
of hurts
जाती
your
है
health,
तो
right?
भाई.
This is a bit of decay off of it, and it gives you
क्या मारा
confidence for
Yurutan को?
swings. And this is what G did so well. Tremendous retake, tremendous trades. Just finding that staggered approach off of initial utility. I mean, the one-way slowed them
Nice
down.
shot!
Yurutan just kind of sacrificed his life in for it, and then Autumn and everyone else just
Nice,
waterfalls
good start,
off
good
of that
start,
fact.
chat.
So next round comes up now, and Paper X kind of need to take their time.
But again, defense side है तो कुछ बोलूँगा नहीं.
GE Poison waiting for this push. It's a perfect
Nice
setup.
one. Clean
And
up,
Paper X
clean
walks
up.
right into that. They get deleted.
घुस जा, डर मत.
The lone survivor.
Nice.
But GE will lock in a
Good cleanup,
fourth.
good start, good start.
They are a third of the way to London.
We start really good.
That's a great way to put it. Really puts things into perspective of how the rest of this could go. And it definitely sends off warning signs for the Paper X core. Because we've seen rounds like this before. In fact, maybe the very exact same one, just the fact that G are playing a different composition this time. You push all the way down B long. They tried to launch that themselves in. Which is a very clear trap, and Alex is causing an earthquake for us at Casters. Atop of the coaching booth.
Oh.
अरे बाप रे.
Somebody is getting in trouble.
Alex plan बताता है या Alex
Maybe
धमकी
it's
देता है?
everyone. But there's some fiery words coming through that microphone right now, and this is not how Paper X saw today going. 4-1 for GE on the final map.
Can we really fault the guy? That was just one of those rounds that looks kind of puzzling to the naked eye, at least, since we're not, a part of the team. But at least we can see for now.
What are you doing?
Might have thrown that one away, but you have 5 ultimates now. So many options. Well, G has to do a lot of the legwork to try and figure out what Paper X is going to do. I mean, you can go off. Oh, hang on,
my god.
a couple. But yeah, double duelist.
Lithuania.
Ooh, it's a long way to come to watch
Baap
Paper
re
X
baap.
lose.
Insane fan following.
Love the faith, the loyalty, and the passion from the fans.
Obviously, still early days. Paper X won't be happy down 4-1, but it is a recoverable map, that's for sure. Alex is still molding.
Neon B, I think, Atlo. Dimple in Molly. And Fed. Ready, guys?
Yeah, ready,
3, 2, 1. Pick. Aspect for Neon there, okay? With Atlo. Astra, let's go. Astra. Go.
Nakamura Molly left.
Alright, just
भाई
pretty clear.
पूरे राउंड दिखाने चाहिए ना कॉम्स.
The
ये नहीं है
alpha
जैसे.
off of the line and set yourselves up around the side, but know that G is going to be retaking pretty darn soon. So
ओए ये तो वो हो गया मेरे को. Deja vu.
But this is the best looking round for Paper X.
Something ने
so far.
3 मारा था.
They've got a 5-on-5 post plan. GE completely out of the sight at the moment.
Nice ult है अपने पास.
Nightfall back after the lockdown.
Potentially.
Wow,
Down,
ज़्यादा
certainly
deep लगा
gonna
पाया.
push Paper X away.
Wow, they're actually drawing them in.
There's that nightfall as you expected, and Paper X capitalizing on that timing. Something is going to get detained, and he's going to be a freebie for Unitad, but the rest of the force is still in play here for Paper X. Jing taken out of front and back, and the force is pushing their way forward here for GE. Just get deleted, defuse, not even half just yet. Paper X look like they're going to walk away with the victory in this round. It's a hefty investment from GE, but it will not go their way. So good response from Paper X off the back of the timeout, but still more work to do.
Definitely.
वो लोग स्पाइक के ऊपर ना अपनी पूरी मैगजीन खाली कर दिए 3 लोग.
It's one of these where it's a tempo game. You knew that G was going to play off the back foot because
वो
of
चालू भी नहीं कर
the
पाया.
timeout. They're expecting something big. So that's going to be a free plant for Paper X. Apart from that fact, just waiting for the best possible nightfall time was so big, but at the same time, Autumn is such a viable threat right now. What is he, like 8 kills on top of everyone else? And it's just the way that he's able to set himself up in 4 positions, send off with the flashes alongside Yudotan, and it makes things so dicey still for Paper X. You turn over to the next round and back over to A main control. And it's just Pat just trying to play footsie with Paper X.
Oh, I don't know if I'd want to be playing footsie with
Something
him.
angle लगाया ये.
Cheeky off angle though for Patman. And he gets what he
Nice
wants.
Patman, क्या बात है?
No way he should be getting 2 from there. He's going to go for a little bit more. Prowler out to see if there's anybody else. Jake around the corner here with the curveball. He's pushed himself.
Nice one.
Oh dear.
Let's go, baby, you're on!
On for the ace. This could be it. The return of the Pat is rained on by Forsaken.
Nice one, baby.
1v4. It's not possible.
Yeah.
Really. What a round though from Patman. I wanted the ace for
भाई
him.
मेरे को लगा 2 गोली में मार
To be
देगा.
still, you'll take it as GE go up to 5, and that is just individual brilliance from Patman.
I can't believe it. First of all, there was an outlaw on the other side. More players to try and swing it, or at least trade off of it as well, but he still doesn't fully dodge the flash. We can just see how locked in he is. Very careful with that trigger.
Nice bro, nice Patman. ऐसी locked in रहे मेरे भाई.
Fourth. At that point, the round was basically done.
ऐसी locked in रहे.
Gives himself a slap on the back with the chair there as well. This will be another timeout from Paper X. They are really rattled.
Really would have to be. I mean, you cannot lose your composure, your head.
Not timeout.
Games like these. I mean, this is a team that has been touted to be the best.
Bro.
But suddenly,
Alex,
you know,
दूसरा
off
timeout
of,
ले लिया.
you know, the score line, sudden close retakes from GE, and they just send themselves kind of assuming that they're able to take these fights, but you know, the trade's
Bro,
not
ये
going
तो
their
insane
way,
हो गया.
and Alex is definitely incredibly nervous now. A-main control has always been quite a big factor for both sides. You give it up and
तो मेरे को लगता है एलेक्स की स्ट्रैटेजी ये होगी कि अब जी आगे जाके अगर हम राउंड जीतते हैं तो जी टाइम आउट तो लेगी तब हमको बात करने का टाइम मिलेगा. बट अगर आप राउंड जीते ही नहीं तो
hover around middle, do the same thing that they did in the pistol, just being able to play off of both sides. Meanwhile, Paper Rex, I'm just not entirely sure what the play or what the call's going to be. Their buy is not too great this round either.
Yep. Just the 3 rifles through. Might still be enough for Paper X, though. Something's got the Blade Storm ripped out as well.
outlaw रखनी चाहिए थी.
So he'll still be a key factor. And Davai's been pretty nutty with the Sheriff to try and clear a bit of space out himself. I think what's important to consider for GE as well is that this is where it really starts to feel like it gets real, right? For the first time started to play in playoffs, and you know things have been going well
for both sides.
It's 5-2 now in the third map, London on the line, and this is where the nerves, this is where the pressure really starts to build on even a team like GE when they're ahead. So can they keep their cool?
4 mid, 5 mid.
They can. It looks like they can beat Paper X today.
हमारे लोग साइड छोड़ के खेल रहे हैं.
Pressure can forge diamonds.
And Paper X भी mid fight कर
रही है.
Unitán pushed away by the flash. Similarly though, Paper X slow on their entry. Something gets away with a nice one onto Unitán, and that is the opener.
Still good.
Paper X have been looking for.
Yeah, something is just one hit this time. Slowly through middle, break down GE setups, and that gives them less information to work off of. GE then would be forced to try to worry about different sides a little bit more. But right now, maybe guessing correctly, Javi hears footsteps up B long. The rotations are good.
Yeah, there's a lot of players there, but the Cosmic Divide is going to cut this site in half. Nightfall slows things down for Paper X.
Nice, good
himself one. Looking for more, can't do it. Davai cleans it up with the Sheriff, but time is really problematic here for Paper X. They're going to try and push that plan down. It will not be denied. Autumn with the run it back through gets a little bit of room, gets a little bit of info, and GE are fighting their way back into the site. It's just Jing in the 1v3.
Nice!
GE will have another.
Good round, good lead.
This is one of those rounds to look back
beautiful
on.
Retake, beautiful
round
retake.
Number 8, and it's Paper X doing the most insane thing possible. You get hit with a Nightfall, but you don't back down. In fact, you double down into the site, but GE.
Let's go, Chad!
Fight! Being bold and outrageous with the flashes. Still, it's Autumn who leads the charge. The rest of the team to play off of it.
वो जो reveal हुआ उसको नहीं मारे क्या? नहीं मारे.
And off of low HP, Paper X unfortunately trickled down bit by bit.
वहाँ पे हावी का एक और लग गया.
Unfortunately, it's still relatively early on, but you can only imagine what it feels like to be in Paper X's seats right now.
को banger lead करनी चाहिए. उन लोगों के पास time out नहीं है अब.
In the audience are counting
एक भी time out नहीं है उनके पास.
7 to go. Where is Paper X? Are they going to turn up here on Pearl?
Eco round for them.
Once again.
4 on A. Bro, I guess G is cooking something.
Awkward fight, but Harvey having it
nice,
handled.
Harvey. Clean, baby, clean.
Substandard weaponry, not doing Paper X any favors in this round.
I almost feel like I can't breathe watching some of these rounds. I mean, they tried, but this is such a smart call from Javi. You take
all 3 kills for
as
Crystal.
a team.
I'm calling it.
And
All
that's
3
always
kills.
going to be an extra factor. If PaperX does decide to take it somehow on A site, you always have an extra angle to work off of. Now Crystal has the entire site trapped up. And if PaperX does step through, they're always going to be working against the back foot once more. Numbers, disadvantage, maybe even health if you get hit by this nano swarm. Crystal's close by, and he can always go for an early pick. Meanwhile, the rest of GE, big flank. Hello?
It's a slow flank.
Yeah, but with all 4.
It's going to take a lot of time for them to get into retake position here, so it's incredibly important that Crystal does not go down.
Nice
one
against
Jing.
Nice
and doubles
two.
down onto Envy, so that will pretty much seal the deal. Davai needs a miracle right here with the Sheriff in hand. One shot onto Crystal, but not giving a chance at another. GE will go
round
to
ki
7.
lead, baby.
And now it's
We're
6.
so on.
Counting it down. You gotta clock it. And with rounds like these, you just starting to think that PaperX is cracking.
PaperX is unbelievable right now. I mean, they've used both of their timeouts. They're down 7-2. Where do you turn to here?
I don't feel like G even needs to call anything
मैं कुछ
else.
बोल दूंगा फिर कुछ भी हो
There's
सकता
not
है.
much else you can really do. You've tried middle, you've tried both sides. Unless you're somehow able to slow things down a lot further. Cool your jets.
Oh.
He knows. He's called both. You're just sitting back watching the team play it now.
Not that deeper, I mean.
One mid.
I'll just take it back.
So, you kill the first guy. I flash. Mid,
close the
guys,
doors.
3 mid. Get ready.
Stopping doors, okay? Cool.
One
I'll
A
go
mid.
with you guys. They know we have A. I'm just gonna fight
Get
you
ready
guys.
for them to fight.
Oh, this is so smart. Suddenly into Art, a big trap setup, and PaperX, at least they avoid it for the time being.
GE had a very good read. You could see they said there's 3 mid. Ready for the fight if it came. It didn't in the end, and now they're going to start to have a little bit of a look on that timing. PaperX, meanwhile, making their way toward B. But info is coming through thick and fast for GE, so they should be quick on the rotate. I'm not sure that they'll be quite there in time to try to defend the site, but Yutatan gets out with the fast lane. That provides a bit of space for Harvey, who instantly dies, and Autumn down as well. PaperX have found the round they've been looking for the longest of time.
And then there was Crystal, who's unfortunately another posticle. Well, you called it. They've been looking for this. And somehow, it's the fact that they do it by just sheer aggression, willpower, just bulldozing through the site. Javi slowed them down, in fact. He had the graph well, but thanks
कुछ
to
नहीं कर रहा
running
मैं
back
जैसा हूँ
from
वैसा हूँ
Jing
normal
and
normal
be able to dash
everything
past
normal
this initial setup,
everything super
they have
normal
multiple angles, which completely prevents that retake from even going through. Crystal now just wants a couple more all points, maybe.
भाई यार ये लीड बड़ी बनानी है बस भाई ये लीड जो है ना चैट ये लीड 8-4 टाइप नहीं चाहिए यार ये थोड़ी 9-3 टाइप चाहिए लीड
A recovery on offer for PaperX. If they can bring it back to 7-5, they'll have something to fight with in the second half. But GE
ऑपरेटर निकालने नहीं चाहिए
in with a chance
अब
of
ऑपरेटर
really
लग
just
जानी
slamming
चाहिए
that
बी
door
लॉन्ग
shut on PaperX if they can pick up these last 2 rounds.
I've got to be so honest, though. Even as a PaperX fan, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, let's
जी में कोई ऐसा एकदम डेडिकेटेड ऑपर नहीं है
unobjectively hard to kind of predict or analyze PaperX's possible next moves. You know, what's worked for them is these, sudden round calls where they just slam into sides.
Alright, 3 लोग B long चालू कर रहे हैं.
Do have, but at round 11,
PaperX इस बार मिड जा
you
रही
don't
है
have that many options left. Unless you're somehow going to work off of breaking the initial
भाई जो
setups
कर रहे जी
G
बहुत
might
है
have
अच्छा है
some
सब
kind of
कुछ
round
बढ़िया है
reset.
कुछ चेंज मत
Bait
करो
out more
जैसा
pieces
चल
of
रहा है चलने दो
utility
9-3 हो जाएगा
and slowly go for an approach, but that doesn't tend to be PaperX's thing.
I like this push from GE, again being proactive on the defensive side. They take so much space outside of B, that's going to relieve all of the pressure on that B defense, and they can
Nice
start
turn,
to
Javi.
reinforce elsewhere. Yutatan, though,
Another
awkward
wing B.
positioning will
वो
get
dink
the
किया
better
किसी
of
को?
him as 2 players peak at the same time. PaperX have that opener.
दवाई को
That's
डिंक किया
precisely that.
Envy is low
G starts to get a little bit unsettled. They want that extra bit of information.
यार B
but
long ऑपरेटर चाहिए
at
थी यार
least they
चैट
still have ultimates. Automata
called
running
it.
back could be a big point.
Balls up. Try and slow things down. Something
Nice one,
not
Crystal.
expecting Crystal on the off angle. That's a good recovery frag for Global.
ऑटम पे अल्ट
We
है
are back to 4-on-4, but
अबे ऑटम पे
PaperX
कितनी
have
अल्ट
now
आती
got
है
the site.
It could be a fast flood.
There's a lot of retake util ultimate abilities available for GE. There's the lockdown.
Autumn.
Autumn
एक
catches
और
Invis and
back side
tries
मेरे
to
भाई.
reposition. Spamming through that
spam.
smoke, won't find anything either. Will run it back,
यार
but
दवाई उधर 2 मार गया.
picks back on from Divide. Defuse tapped. It's 2v2. There's a Cosmic Divide up that Batman will ignore.
Nice
and
Batman.
go straight through.
You know where's Divide?
Forsaken.
Who's
Surely
coming
now
long?
it
Who's
is
coming
done.
long?
Divide is so far away. And the defuse being stuck. Batman will get it done. GE are up to 8. Oh, and he
Wow,
goes down
nice
at the
shot.
end.
यार Batman is on. He's back.
Just absolute
He's
destruction.
back.
And I cannot overstate how good this is for GE. This is so much cushion
एकदम
for the
ऐसा ही,
next half.
एकदम
If
ऐसा
they
ही.
even end it 9-3 if possible. I mean, that the key pieces were always going to be there. PaperX tried, but unless something was
Phoenix
somehow
ult
able to
पे
take down
ये
Crystal,
हुआ. Phoenix
this round
ult को ही मारा
belonged
उसने.
to GE.
भाई ये autumn के लिए कोई Phoenix
Just
ult
the
देखेगा
lockdown,
please.
but run it back through. Even as you try to take down the fights, even though Divide was trying to set something up, just unfortunately not able to come back towards the end there. PaperX once again trudges forward through middle, but Pat wants the Nightfall.
This could be a 9-3 half for GE.
Ult आ
Particularly
गया
if Pat
Batman पे.
does get that Nightfall, which is now secured. So,
PaperX के पास
pretty big
बड़ी
ulti
ult
to
चाहिए
hold
round
on
के
to
लिए.
here on the defense.
And
Prowler
they're
dealt with
taking art.
initially.
4 of them are taking art.
Moving on G's side. Now instantly in range for the retake.
Wow, दवाई nice ult दवाई. Let's go भाई, ये
Very
चाहिए
much
था.
on offer here for
ये ult चाहिए
PaperX
था
as they
आपसे.
try to push their way forward. Nightfall
एकदम nowhere में ult किए दवाई ने.
going to push a couple of players away. The plan should still be secured here for
यार
PaperX
इनवी पे
in just
counter
a
ult
minute.
है G के retake के
In
time
fact,
के
actually,
लिए.
GE are going to fight for it. No plan available for PaperX. Their own Nightfall pushing GE back away. So it is just a massive exchange of util back and forth. And eventually, finally, PaperX get that plan.
Turret लगा दो.
Now, just
क्या
hold
बात
off
है,
it.
good flash.
And GE going to be quick on the retake attempt here. Starting to take their
Who
space.
is going to flank?
But they haven't found themselves
Nice
a kill
shot,
just yet.
Autumn.
There's Autumn to deliver
the big
one.
half, guys. Come
Flank
on.
is coming through for PaperX as well. GE will have to move quickly here to try
Nice pass,
and
man,
move
nice.
their way into
Good
up.
trades, good
Forsaken
trades,
has
Steven.
that
3-2.
closed down, locked in. Jing from behind, a factor that is
Nice
unknown
Autumn.
as of yet.
Nice!
With by
Good
Unicorn,
job, guys!
GE go to 9. The first half is
9-3.
a 9-3 scoreline for GE.
We are owning them.
4 rounds away now from London against PaperX of all
shit.
teams.
A team that only dropped to, well, Gen G.
Pistol.
Take away the N and the G, and that would be this team. Jokes aside, this is still just such a strong retake.
Let's go,
All the
Jack.
utility sent in, and PaperX's own just to afford a spike plant. At that point, GE just put the full force up onto the site. They had a turret. Crystal was watching the flank, and he had information of Jing's positioning. They weren't worried at all, although Forsaken made his best effort. This is just incredibly well played by the international
Just the
team.
pistol,
GE
just the
right
pistol.
now. And I'm not entirely
have
sure
a
if
big-ass
PaperX can
lead.
even find a comeback
Very
onto
big
the
lead.
other side. You swap sides, and it's PaperX then on the defense. I've got question marks.
I mean, you can see how much GE are starting to believe. They're really fired up at the moment, but they've got to make sure they don't get too far ahead of themselves. PaperX is still an ever-present threat, even if they've got no timeouts from Alex, even if they're down 9-3. We know how strong of a side this can be, how explosive they can be.
Important है,
So,
बहुत
it
important
ain't
pistol
over
है भाई.
until it's
Batman
over.
सही
Global
time पे
esports,
जागा है,
4
एकदम सही
rounds
time पे जागा
required.
है. And I guess he's
Not done.
leading as well. Ideas दे रहा
Keeping
होगा.
themselves locked in, already getting discussions in for the upcoming rounds, where PaperX on defense will be quite fond of pushing out. It is that Phoenix and the Jet that always will be a threat. If something gets onto an operator, if they even pick up
Time out भी नहीं है PaperX के पास.
it
Chat.
could
Big
be possible,
thing is
although-
PaperX के
frustrating
पास
for
time out
the
नहीं
I
है.
know they're in dire
They
straits.
can't do anything. They've just got to sit
G
and
के
watch.
पास दोनों time out है और G time out
Unless
लेगी नहीं क्योंकि PaperX को
somehow
बोलने का chance
Frost
मिलेगा.
calls a timeout.
Alex को chance मिलेगा
That
बात
might not
करने
be
का.
likely. Okay, 1-2-2.
Right, last time हम लोग
forward
attack में
towards
एक भी
middle.
round नहीं निकाले थे.
A-main was always going to be big. Devi has a pretty shallow sheer wall alongside some thorns on the site.
PaperX
Buys some
mid
time.
push करी है.
This round would be huge here for GE. It might almost seal the deal. Going to try and gamble it on an A hit. The wall is triggered. It does push GE away. The question is, will they call the cancel? And if they do, does PaperX read into that? Because right now, the full rotate pretty much has come through. Got something spotting mid.
No, the shot's not too bad. Envy only has one Prowler left, so on the right timing, he's going to have to clear out A-main with it, or at least for something. Something has to stay alive, man.
A पे तो commit
It's on a
करना ही
pretty
नहीं
safe
चाहिए
line for
भाई.
the moment.
Going back in towards Art, GE.
Double pump on A or wrap back over to B. Seems to be the latter.
Careful call nonetheless. Does something here or anything? It doesn't seem like it. Paper X might be slow to the party here.
Paper X though, the spider senses are tingling. They are starting to make their way over toward B. Old Orb collected on the way by Patman. And they're into the site. There's no question about that. Paper X
Crystal आ रहा है
have to
late.
play for the retake.
Crystal B नहीं
Please
long
try
आ
for
रहा
it,
है
they're
long आ
very
रहा है.
close.
CT से
But look
retake.
at
भाई
space
वो
being
plant
taken
पे
by
flood in
GE.
कर रहे हैं. यार क्यों
Patman
इतना
down, not a good
control
sign.
खेल
Something,
रहे हैं यार
2
दोस्तों
taps,
अपन.
2 kills. Exactly what you want to see for a recovery effort here for Paper X. That is a clean looking pistol so far. Udatan will try his best.
Nice,
and his
nice!
best is pretty
Oh
damn
my
good,
God,
but it's not good
Udatan.
enough.
Bob,
So Paper X
those were some
will
insane
claim the
shots.
pistol round. There is something in it though for GE.
What incredible form. Oh my god, let's get that in slow-mo.
Nice try,
Paper
bro.
X, though, made it damn near flawless, if not for Yudotan. And that all begins with the incredible sharpshooting from something.
नहीं यार ये लिंक कंट्रोल में ट्रेड लेना चाहिए था यार या तो साथ में जाओ
More.
अकेले अकेले स्विंग करने का जरूरत नहीं था.
Oh, this translates to more. All right.
Nice, Hila.
Confidence settler maybe for Paper X, but I think they're still a little bit shaky for now.
Both
Go ahead,
sides
go ahead.
needing to stay cool and calm. Outlaw's big. But such smart calling from Javi. They smoke it off and instantly that's extra information. Now just trying to pivot back over, maybe towards middle where Batman's really close by. Sheer wall though. Extra information for Paper X. They're continuing to scout out towards it as well. Trying to set up roadblocks wherever GE
भाई वो लोग
ends
क्या
up.
रेडी है पैटमैन
Two
क्लोज
players
खेल रहा है.
only on towards the A side. I do
नहीं
get a
ए
little
साउंड
worried.
नहीं है तो अबे नेवर माइंड भाई पैटमैन खुद ही स्विंग कर रहा है वहां पे.
Patman's gone down in middle though, so
कोई
it
ऐसा
wouldn't be too big of a problem here for Paper X. Like you say, a couple of
No
players to
worries.
hold on
Nice,
to the side.
Yudotan.
Utan's good for 1, but no more than that. Jing
वाओ प्लांट भी
unable
कवर
to
कर
deny
दिया.
the plan, but
Nice,
much
प्लांट
of a
मिला
muchness
प्लांट
really.
मिला और मिले.
As far as Paper X are concerned, they get
ठीक
themselves
है, ठीक
that
है.
5th. It's the routine round.
ठीक ठाक ही को
The
ठीक
real
ठाक
half
ही को.
starts now.
Yes. Truly well and beginning with 4 rounds preserved over its boot,
Breathe.
which you would think gives Paper X a pretty good chance, but
Nah,
I'm looking at what the guns
bro.
are. It's 2 Spectres.
Brian
Unless this is close
भाई
range, if G decides to push it down B long and something whiffs,
अलग ही
that
चल
could
रहा है
still
दिल
be
के
held
अंदर
to
तो अभी
pay.
धक 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 धक
I
धक
mean, this
धक
one was
धक.
just one where Paper X was well, clever enough to not overheat, get the flashes in, just Yudo
ना
not
ब्रो
trying to
जी को बस
maybe
कंपोजर
find some
चाहिए
sneaky shots
कंपोजर.
through.
Lock in tunnel
This
vision
is still gonna be
tunnel vision 4 more
probabilized.
rounds.
Jing does have run it back, so the numbers game would be a huge factor. 4 on B long for Paper X.
Definitely a good setup. GE looking to head in that direction. Shots.
इस दोनों शॉट मिस
missing
किया.
for
Love you
something
इलिया.
So far. So GE will be able to filter into that space relatively unscathed. Udotan does get dropped in the meanwhile.
And instantly a call to cancel. Paper X already rotating off of that fact as well.
Fast rotate though for both teams here. It doesn't look like GE is going to be beating Paper X over to A, particularly with that wall up.
Well done by Davai.
भाई समथिंग इतने जल्दी आ भी गया.
He's everywhere that he
कनेक्ट
needs to be
किया
at the
उसने
moment.
क्रिस्टल पे यार. यार ये बाय राउंड चाहिए अपन को.
Just incredible rotations now.
अगर वो लोग बाय को कन्वर्ट कर जाते हैं ना तो
Slow
फिर
down with
इको रहेगा
more
उनके
utility,
पास
everyone
अभी.
rotating in.
That's a full rotate for Paper X. They've read this round incredibly well.
Autumn on the run it back though.
नहीं still autumn पे अल्ट है
Need to
अभी.
be some pretty clean entries here for GE to make up for that deficit. Goes through again.
Connect
no
हुआ?
real
नहीं हुआ.
connection. Running
Nice
back
Autumn.
has succeeded onto Davai. There's still a chance for some more here for Autumn as well in the round as the plant does go down. Paper X will now need to set themselves for the retake, which
क्रिस्टल super low.
they don't have a whole lot of util available for. A couple of cloudbursts maybe to try to get them in and sneak away some space, but realistically
Star
speaking, it
अपने
all
पास
comes
यार,
down
तो
to the
जीत
shots
लेगा
here
Star के लिए.
for Paper
3,
X,
2,
and they are
1.
just not finding many
Nice.
so far. Harvey and Autumn
Good
for
flash.
a couple. Patman on the alternative angle, and Paper X
Nice.
through this round. First gun round of the second half goes the way of GE.
It might be a standard start But it's a
go,
terrible one
guys.
for Paper Rex.
Three
GE
more,
double
three
digits.
more.
Paper Rex not being able to strike back despite being able to preserve that many guns into this round is not a good sign. Something lands his shots, but you can definitely tell this is where pressure is starting to build up for the Paper Rex
insane
core.
मारा Eurotan को.
Although the shots and the reads were pristine, look at how this retake goes through. Autumn is so good with
Clean
the
shooting,
initial
clean
entries, but
shooting,
Jing
boy.
had his own run it back. He sends it, but doesn't do much off of it either. He had a blaze wall and everything,
Wow,
but just
super
sets
clean.
up close by
Super
towards side,
clean.
doesn't
Three
push
more
past the
Pac-Man,
opening
three
line,
more, mere
and that's
bhai.
where G managed to set up by
Lock
stairs.
in, guys, lock in.
Now you've got bigger guns coming back in.
Hey, art, neon art, guys. Hey, find art. Can you find Jay? Yeah, flash now. Flashing. I smoke it. Run back, guys. Care billing. They're running back to top mid. Okay, I got that, guys.
The Wind sitting on the knife's edge. They are trying to control middle to
लोग
the
ने
best
wall
of their
लगा दिया
ability
यार.
right now. A judge would be pretty good, but A main, Pat is close by.
बैटमैन का ये वाला डुएल
Not
बहुत
opting to take
क्रूशियल
that
है.
peek.
अगर वो स्विंग लेता है तो.
Cheeky peek on a cheeky timing. It would be a bold choice, particularly when you know there's
G walk up कर
likely to
गई
be an
है.
operator somewhere on the map.
I guess वो लोग A
You
hit
can
करने
obviously
वाले
tell
हैं.
that it's over towards B.
It's a
Oh, in B,
2v4 on
he's in
site.
spot.
Nice shot, bro.
No shortage of the GE players. Not going to be a secret
Go in,
that
guys,
GE
go in,
are
you
headed
got this.
in toward A. Yudotan taking that space.
Should
Plan
पीछे
is going to
देखने
go awry for GE. The open plan, it's risky given the circumstances and it has been punished.
Right, it's fine.
Find you.
वो चारों के चारों चार लोग
Plan
फ्लावर
trying to go
खेल
down
रहे हैं.
here,
Nice,
but
Euro.
GE still dealing with this retake
Nice
attempt from
swinging
Paper
shot.
X. It's not even
Nice
so much a
plan.
retake from Paper X, they're just being
1v3 for
annoying.
Crystal.
And for GE, that is hugely problematic. It's now down to just Crystal in the 1v3. Sharp shot to start. A second, and he's on for the clutch. I don't think Jing's got this one. Oh, he's pushed away from that spike, and Crystal playing it so slowly. Another nade to go through. Jing's pushed away again. 27 HP, and surely now Crystal just has to.
Nice!
Hey,
Let's go! Let's go!
Huge
Let's go,
moment
Crystal!
for GE.
Let's go! Focus up!
Fisherman.
What a round!
Multiple nano swarms, sets up an alarm bot so he knows Jing is not close by, and then goes in for the swing.
More charge!
Just absolute control. You called it. Paper X were being annoying.
Oh
They
my
prevented
God!
As much as possible, more positions to be set up. But down to the final 3v1, and Paper X gave him isolated duels. Unfortunate whiff, uncharacteristic whiff from something.
That was so
And then, of
clean. That was
course,
so clean.
GE up to an 11.
Are they
Big
on Nico?
clutch
Are they on
10
Nico?
for the guy ever since joining the team.
And
They're on
probably
Nico, they're
his
on
most
Nico.
important
Please, guys,
as
we
well.
need this
2
Nico.
rounds required now for Global Esports. Their first time ever in playoffs in VCT Pacific, and they might be the first team to qualify for Masters London.
Flashes over, takes control of A main. It's just Divide close by once again with just a Sheriff. The rest of the team rotating over, of course.
Oh, GE looking to play proactively, looking to play confidently into this A site as well. They're slowed down by some of that defensive util, but they're still going to go. They can't see much at all. Yudotan has pulled that overdrive and he just can't do anything with it at the moment. Shots through, 2 for 2. That's not too bad for GE, but they still need to get the plant down. And there's a flank coming through for Patman as well. I think you slow this down as GE, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Patman on the wrap could make the difference in this round. One kill through, the second over as well. Patman for the double. And that might just send GE all the way to London. Jing is on 2 HP. There's surely nothing he can do about it. Finish it off.
Let's go!
Just so incredible. Unbelievable rounds. Paper X tried to drag them through the mud, but Pat calms it down. Such an incredible play, just to sneak through sewer towards the back.
One more, guys,
G,
lock
despite being
in.
blinded by Device Flash, still managed to clear out most of the corners and finally being able to clear most of it all at the end. And now, 4th time might actually be the final damn lucky charm that GE clears Paper X
One more
within
chance.
striking range of making it to London.
Start deep below, okay?
Yeah.
Let me scan. Ready? Ready, I take back first. Take back now. Scan. Gotta break. Gotta close, guys. Only one, I think.
दो ults है अपने पास. Crystal खेलते, Patman खेलते हैं.
Cool
They're
coming
committing B.
from GE, but they
Fast
know
B.
how close this is. They can taste it. Thinking about trying to take that B site, the lockdown will be invested and should push Paper X away.
Just a bit. Might give them the spike plant as well, but Paper X trying to set up their own flank. seconds towards eye time.
I think that's fine as far as GE are concerned. They get that plan, they get the 5-on-5. Nightfall connects onto a couple as well. You've got 1 or 2 players watching for that flank. There's really not too much to try to get you back in here as Paper X. No ultis to fall back on. This could be it for GE. All it takes is 5 more kills, and there's one of them from Harvey. The captain delivering. Now Autumn. Unitad involved as well. Everyone getting a piece of the pie.
Nice! Let's go! Let's go! Let's fucking go!
Is going global. How many times? First ever in org history between the two teams. And Frost's iteration of GE is the final one to be able to do it. Our first Pacific representative over to Masters London. Their first appearance.
Oh my God,
and they do it with a 13-5 scoreline. Bro! Incredible performances. But to step back into this roster now on their final map to bring them that glory, that's just full circle.
Yeah, that is a massive from Global Esports. Their first time in playoffs here at VCT Pacific, and they are the first team from the region to qualify to Masters London. I don't know how many people believed in them. Certainly there was a large contingent of fans there for Global Esports, but I think everyone would have agreed that the favorites coming into this matchup certainly would have been Paper X, who are now down into that lower bracket and have a lot of soul searching to do to figure things out going forward here in the playoffs. Global Esports obviously not only getting that slot through to London, but also confirming themselves a slot in Ho Chi Minh as well. So it's a big moment for this team, and they could only go further still in the playoffs here in Pacific.
My
Never
God.
could know, especially with the next teams waiting in the wings as well. Paper X moved down to the lower bracket. I never thought that I would have to utter those words, especially given the performance so far.
First team!
But holy cow, this team, everyone with a big part to play. Cool level-headed, big hot-headed ones, and they're still able to push it all through the distance. 13-5. Autumn had his moments. Yudotan as well. And not to forget, Crystal watching the flanks. I mean, this is just incredibly creative with how they're working against the meta, but also how they come in to take charge of it and make it their own with their composition on Super.
Respect.
I mean, I don't really know what to say about this at this point. I am shell-shocked a little bit, you know. Paper X, obviously a big name, but still alive in the competition, down into that lower bracket. Of course, though, it is the winner's moment. We have to have a conversation here with GE. So we'll hand it down to the stage. It's Jen for the interview.
글로벌 e스포츠의 하비 AK 선수 만나보겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다. Massive congrats, Javi. You guys are heading to London. Just tell me about how happy you feel right now. Like, what emotions are you feeling? It must feel unreal. 일단 런던 핵을 확정 지었습니다. 정말 그 구단에게도 그리고 하비K 선수에게도 첫 번째 마스터즈가 될 텐데요. 지금 어떤 심정인지, 어떤 얘기 나눴는지부터 물어보도록 할게요.
I mean, adrenaline's pretty high still. That was such an intense match, and I'm so proud of my team, my coaching staff, and everyone. We all did good. We stayed strong on Pearl, and we brought out the win.
아직도 진짜 아드레날린 러시 때문에 손이 막 흔들리고 하는데 정말 팀원들 함께 오늘 너무 멋진 경기 펼쳐줘서 펄까지 잘 마무리 지을 수 있었던 것 같고, 그리고 너무 고맙다고 자랑스럽다고 얘기를 합니다. 그리고 하비K 선수 개인적으로는 좀
Chad! Yup, we did it! Let's go! Enjoy, man. हाँ? हाँ यार बेचारा भाई इतना अच्छा लग रहा है बे. First team baby. भाई भर दिया हमें पेपर एक्स को. चलो चलो एंजॉय करो भाई, मैं आता हूँ. Bro.
They help us so much. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do this. And you know, I'm glad that my first international is gonna be really fun, and we're gonna just keep going.
일단은 정말 그 감코진도 그렇고 이 선수들과 함께
Rookie
경기를
IGL, by the
거듭하고
way,
그리고
chat.
시간이 지날수록 케미스트리도 굉장히
Rookie
좋아지고 팀워크도
IGL.
좋아지기 때문에 함께 일하는 게 너무너무 좋고 특히 프로스트 감독님 그리고 플라툰 코치님도 너무 많이 도와주기 때문에 이렇게 이 로스터, 이 멤버로 하비 선수의 첫 국제 대회에 진출할 수 있어서 너무 기쁘다고 얘기를 하는데요. 근데 그러면 이제 런던 직전에 로드쇼도 준비를 해야 되고 런던을 준비하면서 더 열심히 해야 될 텐데 각오는 돼 있는지도 궁금하네요. So you know, roadshow in Vietnam, Masters London means one thing. You gotta grind more. Do you feel like everyone's ready?
I feel like we're getting ready. Every day, every game we improve. So in time, we
Bro,
will.
no matter what happens in
열심히
London, bro,
차근차근
you guys are
준비를 어차피
lit,
해야
bro.
하니까 계속
You guys
준비하다가
are the
보면
best.
경기력도 좋아질 것 같다고 하는데요. 그럼 마지막으로 이제 더 큰 무대에서 다른 지역 팀들과 만나게 될 텐데 가장 기대되는 부분이 있는지도 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Now, lastly, we're gonna see you guys perform on a big stage against teams from other regions. What are you looking forward to the most when it comes to Masters? And is there anything you'd like to say to anyone?
I'd like to go against G2 so we can beat Baby Day for us.
Baby base.
And then where's the shout out?
Shout out first to my team and my coaches,
अबे
especially
G2
to
तो
Pat. Pat really won
qualify
us
भी नहीं
Pearl.
हुई है अभी
He
तक.
was calling like crazy also his mid rounds, everything. And you know, we all played together, we did good. And also it's Yudotan's birthday, so wish him a happy birthday.
Okay. 먼저 G2를 가장 만나보고 싶다고 얘기를 하는 게 이 프로스트 감독님과 베이비베이 선수가 아무래도 팟캐스트도 같이 할 정도로
G2
친하다
샷.
보니까 베이비베이 선수를 한번 상대해보고 싶다고 얘기를 하고요. 그리고 오늘 팬맨 선수가 정말 페이퍼렉스 상대로 콜도 많이 해주고 좋은 소통을 도와줬기 때문에 이렇게 경기를 승리로 마무리할 수 있었던 것 같아서 팬맨 선수한테도 고맙다고 얘기를 하고 싶고 마지막으로 유도탄 선수 오늘 생일이기 때문에 생일 정말 축하하고 같이 좀 런던까지 가서 잘해보자 라고 얘기를 해줬습니다. 이렇게 해서 하비 AK 선수 만나봤습니다. Congratulations
Thank you,
once
thank you.
again. We'll see you in Vietnam and then in London.
Yep. Bro, chat. Upper finals.
We've got Pacific's first qualifier.
Chat. Upper finals. Upper finals. Bro. Upper finals. Bro, holy shit, chat. This is real. जी बंडल लेने का एंड गिव अवे ऑफ कोर्स ना मेरे भाई ऑफ कोर्स होगा ऑफ कोर्स होगा थैंक यू फॉर बंडल हाँ सबको दूंगा एक मैं एक तुम्हारा डन नेक्स्ट गेमिंग स्ट्रीम में पक्का सबने मिलके कंट्रीब्यूट किया लेट्स गो चैट भाई उस ओए ये वाला मैच मेरे बर्थडे के एक दिन पहले है वाओ एंड इफ दे लूज दिस ईयर मेरे बर्थडे के दिन भी मैच है it's 15 minutes still having goosebumps huh Nabe the visionary boy it's me I told you all It's me. Last year ही बोल दिया था कि we are going to do this. Yep. इस दुनिया का सबसे विजनरी आदमी था क्लर्ज गेमिंग.
What's up? Yeah. Hi guys.
G fighting all the way. Yes, Junal. Hi, what's up? All the best for the next season, guys.
Next season. Bro, I legit said all the best for the next season.
Hi, what's up? All the best for the next season, guys.
Bro. You wanna kiss me, guys? Thank you for the 40th by your watch party. Made it more fun. Thank you. Let's fucking go, मेरे भाई. Bro, इंडिया का फ्लैग है. भारत देश. इंडिया बेबी. यहाँ पे हम हैं मास्टर्स लंदन. No way that fumble actually worked. Holy shit, भाई. Chad, look at him, भाई. पैटमैन ब्रो, पैटमैन को तो स्पेशली एक पप्पी दूंगा भाई. जिंदगी में अगर मैं पैटमैन से मिला ना तो पैटमैन को एक बार मैं पप्पी दूंगा भाई. वो बंदे ने यहाँ नहीं खेला, यहाँ नहीं खेला, ठीक है. सेविंग अप एवरीथिंग फॉर द बिग गेम. For the big game, for the big rounds. And shout out to my chair as well. I'm sorry. मैंने इस चेयर को नीचे फेंका था. Plus 2 points confirmed for champions. Exactly,
Chemistry
bhai.
happening there.
Nahi,
And
band
I
bhi ho
saw you
sakta.
doing a lot of calling, especially on the last map, Pearl. Second half, pistol. We could see you on camera. You were really insisting on something. I even
Akhir mein
saw you
chair ne
shake your
saath
head
diya.
no. Like you were telling someone off. We're going to do it my way. What were you
WCA.
saying?
That time, of course, we fought Paper X on group stage, right? And we doesn't have any round on our attack side on Pearl. But I just realized, like, when I watched the VOD last time against Paper X, I just realized like how they play, how they move as a team, how we're gonna counter this. Like we need to stop like walking all around the map, and we need to make more push them, stop our pin, and we need to make them feel that we're dominating one side. And so if we bot.
अबे अपने देश की ऑर्ग इंटरनेशनल में है बे. अबे अपने देश की ऑर्ग इंटरनेशनल में है बे. अबे चैट इंटरनेशनल में चैट. मास्टर्स लंदन बेबी. इंटरनेशनल. अब तो बस GMIBR हो जाए. मजा आ गया भाई. मजा आ गया भाई. होली शिट मैन. अगर लाइफ ऐसी होती है ना यार, मजा आता है यार. दिस व्हाट आई लव अबाउट लाइफ चैट. ये दिनों के लिए यार. लाइक कर दो यार दोस्तों स्ट्रीम को. सब्सक्राइब कर दो इफ यू आर न्यू चैट. हाँ लेट्स गो. नो T1 मैच नहीं मेरे भाई. हर्ष भाई के भाई की शादी है. आई हैव टू गो शॉपिंग. फिर फंक्शंस हैं तो इसीलिए मैं कल आऊँगा दोपहर में मैच देखने. ओह तो लोअर ब्रैकेट के मैचेस तो देखने ही नहीं है क्योंकि जीत अपर ब्रैकेट में है. अरे वाह कसम. आज EME, हाँ EME ऑफ कोर्स होगा. लोअर ब्रैकेट तो देखने ही नहीं है. अब तो अपर ब्रैकेट है बेबी. यस सर, यस सर. मजा आ गया यार, मजा आ गया. होपफुली आगे जाके ये लोग अपर फाइनल, लोअर फाइनल, ग्रैंड फाइनल मतलब जिधर भी खेले, जो भी करे, जैसा भी करे, माँ कसम दिल से रिस्पेक्ट, दिल से सपोर्ट रहेगा इन लोग के लिए पूरे साल. जिन लोग मेरे को बहुत पहले से देखते होंगे उन लोग को पता होगा भाई मेरे को कभी कोई जी की टीम पसंद नहीं आई. दिस इज द ओनली वन. दिस इज द ओनली वन. Use respect. Yep. Let's go, bhai. Let's go. W's to everyone, chat. वाह कसम बे, रियल सा नहीं लग रहा है ना, रियल सा नहीं लग रहा है ना। हमें ऐसा लग रहा है, हमें ऐसा लग रहा है चैट की हो गया सही में। ब्रो नहीं लग रहा भाई, बिल्कुल एकदम ऐसा रियल नहीं लग रहा भाई। पेपर एक्स को भर दिया, हराया भी नहीं, हराया भी नहीं पेपर एक्स को। जी ने पेपर एक्स को नहीं हराया, जी ने पेपर एक्स को भर दिया भाई, कूट दिया। गिव अवे नेक्स्ट गेमिंग स्ट्रीम में करता हूं दोस्त। अब लगे हाथ लंदन भी जीत जाए तो, लंदन बहुत दूर है, पर अब तो क्या भाई सुनो, एक टाइम क्वालिफाई होने की दिक्कत थी, एक टाइम क्वालिफाई होने की दिक्कत थी। आज सबसे पहले लंदन के लिए क्वालिफाई हो गए। एक टाइम तो प्लेऑफ क्वालिफाई नहीं होने वाले थे और अब सीधा लंदन के लिए क्वालिफाई। कुछ भी हो सकता है ब्रो, कुछ भी हो सकता है। लंदन क्वालिफाई हो गया, ये सर। पैटमैन को G2 फेस करना है, पैटमैन को भी G2 फेस करना है। अबे सब लोगों को G2 क्यों फेस करनी है अब जो खत्म हो गई है टीम। God's plan baby, God's plan। किसने नोंगशिम को नहीं सोचा था स्टार्ट में? एग्जैक्टली भाई, नोंगशिम को भर दिए, इतने डेंजर ग्रुप में क्वालिफाई हो गए और उसके बाद पहले 2 गेम के अंदर ही, 2 गेम के अंदर ही लंदन इनकमिंग। वे इसका मतलब इसका मतलब देयर स्टिल अ चांस कि पेपर एक्स बाहर भी हो सकती है। फुल सेंस अब नहीं करेगी क्वालिफाई, क्या पता, क्या पता ब्रो, देयर स्टिल अ चांस, स्टिल अ चांस। वाह कसम, लेट्स गो चैट, लाइक द स्ट्रीम दोस्तों। नाइट मार्केट में आया कुछ, इंस्टाग्राम पे जाके देख लेना दोस्त। वाह कसम, व्हाट अ डे, व्हाट अ डे। मज़ा आ गई यार, मज़ा आ गई यार दोस्तों, ऐसे टाइम में रहने के लिए मैं जीता हूँ यार। हाँ लेट्स गो। वाह कसम, कैन नॉट बिलीव इट भाई, कैन नॉट बिलीव इट। चलो बाय बाय दोस्तों, टेक केयर, एंजॉय द रेस्ट ऑफ योर डे। मिलता हूँ मोस्टली कल के दिन, अगर मिला तो मिला।
शुभ संध्या, मैं जाया और आज की सबसे
का पोस्ट क्यों खुल गया? हाँ मिलता हूँ, अगर कल नहीं मिला तो मैं परसों भी नहीं मिलूँगा। मिलूँगा सीधा 11 तारीख को। 11 तारीख को हर्ष भाई की अनाउंसमेंट है बहुत बड़ी, उन्होंने बताया ही ऑफ कोर्स, उनकी बहुत बड़ी अनाउंसमेंट है 11 को। ठीक है, आज रात को मिलेंगे ईएमईए के लिए, ऑफ कोर्स आज रात को ईएमईए के लिए मिलेंगे। ठीक है, आज रात को मिलेंगे ईएमईए के लिए, मस्त ईएमईए देखेंगे। ईएमईए के अच्छे गेम्स हैं, ईएमईए में फनाटिक का गेम है आज, एफयूटी का भी गेम है, वो दोनों गेम देखेंगे। फिर उसके बाद गुड नाइट, 2 दिन। ठीक है, 2 दिन गुड नाइट। फिर उसके बाद 11 को आते हैं अपना जी का बंडल गिव अवे, और क्या बोलते हैं एक हम खुद भी लेंगे। ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद बस फिर 2-3 दिन बाद तो प्लेऑफ्स चालू है। ये अमेरिकाज कब है? अमेरिकाज नहीं करूँगा यार दोस्त, लंदन ट्रिप फिर। हे ऋषि सर, इफ यू आर वाचिंग, अगर आपको एक वाटर बॉय की ज़रूरत होगी, यू कैन कॉन्टैक्ट मी फॉर मास्टर्स लंदन। मुझे लंदन में बहुत सारे अच्छी अच्छी जगह पता है जहाँ पे पानी अच्छा मिलता है, बढ़िया पानी, हाई क्वालिटी पानी मैं प्रोवाइड कर सकता हूँ प्लेयर्स को, एक अच्छा वाटर बॉय बन के। तो प्लीज़ कंसिडर करना ये पोस्ट के लिए मुझे। Chad, we did it! We did it! Let's go! Good night, dosto. Take care. See ya. We did it, boys. We did it! Bye bye. ओए वो ड्रेको भाई का वीडियो कॉल आया. रुको 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 रुको. ओए ड्रेको भाई. अरे माँ कसम. अरे माँ कसम. रुको रुको. ड्रेको भाई वीडियो कॉल. ड्रेको भाई ने कुछ तो विजनरी चीज करी होगी. We did it! हाँ हाँ क्रिस्टल का क्लच. यो चैट ड्रेको भाई विजनरी. आपका बर्थडे था? था. शिट यार मेरे को कैसे नहीं पता आपका बर्थडे था यार ड्रेको भाई. ओए ओए मतलब बर्थडे मंथ अच्छा है यार. मेरा भी बर्थडे आ रहा है 10 दिन में. देखो एग्जैक्टली बर्थडे मंथ भाई. क्या ही था. I am so happy. I'm genuinely so happy. Are you still live or like live? हाँ लाइव मतलब बस I'm going off. अच्छा ओके. नहीं I even put like a tweet for you out कि your reaction का Twitter पे देखो आप. हाँ देखता हूँ बिल्कुल. Genuinely I'm so happy. अभी शिरा में वियतनाम जाना पड़ेगा. बाप रे क्या. Yep, enjoy brother. देखना आपको like शिरा वोड़ो वियतनाम ना. बढ़िया चलो congratulations. Right, you too मेरे भाई. Thank you so much. Bye. Enjoy. All right, चलो bye chat.